The James Whale Show on Talk Radio.
I'm going to leave it with you, Dale. I've got to go home. I'll leave it with you, Dale. I've got to go home. You sort it out. I'll help you if you just tell me where to sign, and we'll do that. Mr. Iain Lee is next.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
genuine question.
Go on.
Have you got a nipple pierced?
Yeah.
Both or one?
One.
I'm thinking of getting it done.
Why don't you?
Because I've been told that it's really, really... Is it your left? I want my left.
Yeah.
I've been told it's really, really painful.
Yeah, it's not as painful as getting your ear pierced.
Okay,
which I have.
Ear is more painful.
And the downstairs is quite painful too.
Do you mind if I show you my nipple? Because I've been told I've got a small nipple.
Yeah, have a look at your nipple, go on.
Is that a small nipple?
That is a small nipple.
Do you think that'll be a tough one to...
I think that will be, because I'll show you the one that's not, and I'll show you the other one, because that one there, that's a big nipple. Look.
Let's have a look. I have got tiny nipples.
Yeah, look at that.
Is that nice big or normal?
That is normal, but, well, I like to think it's quite big.
I've got tiny nipples.
I think you should...
I'm really tempted.
To be honest with you, let me look at that again. I wouldn't get that pierced.
Why?
Because I think it's too small. That is ridiculous.
Is it too small?
Absolutely, that's a nipple, right?
You can't really ask men if you can look at their nipples too often these days.
No, you can anytime you want.
All right, thank you, James.
Hopefully back on Monday.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Right. Welcome to the show. Iain Lee.
Katherine Boyle.
Sam, open your microphone, put some headphones on, please. We're going to start the show the usual way. I'm streaming this on Periscope. We're not allowed to. We're going to start the show in the usual way by playing the Pete Rodriguez I Like It Like That. But Katherine has presents for all of us. Katherine, could you open the box? Could you give Sam his present? Me my present. Your present.
I think Pete Rodriguez is too big to fit in that box.
It's not Pete Rodriguez.
It's not Pete Rodriguez himself.
But it's the essence of Pete.
Forget line 2, they can wait. This is way more important.
This is more like one of them unboxing videos.
If you've got finger instruments at home, get them out, guys. Get them out.
We don't.
Yes, sir.
I get a cabasa. This, my friend, is for you.
Give it to Sam. Let Sam open it. Let Sam open it. This is what it's all about. Get your finger instruments, guys. Watch us on periscope.tv/Iain Lee.
Thank you.
Sam's opening his present. What you got?
I got a cowbell.
Hang on a second. Let's just quickly say hello to line 2, and then we're gonna... Hello, line 2. Have you got a finger instrument?
I've got many in. How many have you got?
I've just got the one. I've got a guilo.
Oh, right.
Are you going to join in Pete Rodriguez with us?
Who's Rodriguez?
What? Pete?
Works.
Who's Pete Pete Rodriguez? He likes it like that.
I like it like this. I like it like this. You...
Oh.
I know that.
Do you want to sing along with us? Alan will sing with us, won't you, Alan?
Oh, I like it like that. Baby. Oh, yeah. I've done it. I like it like that. I love it like. I like it like that. I like it like that. I love it. I like it like that. 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 Give the money. I like it like that. 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 I like it like that.
Cowbell solo, take it down. Let's hear Cass Old Rattler. Here I come, yeah! Alan Caddick solo, Alan!
I like it like that. Oh, I like it like that.
Line 1 solo, go!
I like it like that.
Everybody!
it like that. Oh, I like it like that.
And again, Alan. Okay, line 1.
Now you're talking, Ian. Are you good, boy?
I like it, like it, like it. I like it, I like it, I like it like that.
I like it, I like it, I like it like that.
I like it like that. I like it like that.
Keep going, Alan.
I like it like that. He liked it like that. She liked it like that. They like it like that at Talk Radio.
Thank you very much indeed. Well done, everybody. Friday has begun. You hit that cowbell anytime you want, sunshine. Catherine, your rusty old shaker, it's a delight to see it again. And thank you. Line 1, you're live on Talk Radio. What can we do for you this evening?
How you doing, Ian?
Very, very well. If music be the food of love, I'm shit-faced.
I like it like this.
Too late.
Remember?
Yes?
Remember, inflation in the nation don't bother me because I'm a scholar with a dollar, you can plainly see.
Flavor Flavor's called in. Wowzers, it's Chuck D. Biggie
Now you're
Smalls.
talking, bro.
Yes, ma'am. What can we do for you tonight?
Just want to pop into you and just say, love your program.
Oh, I love you.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
You give me the highest time of my life.
Oh.
Keep it going.
Yes, ma'am.
Love the both of you. Catherine, you've got a sexy voice, and you, Ian, you are the man.
Hey! Why have I not got a sexy voice, Mummy? Mummy, why is my voice not sexy?
Some of us have got it, just some of us hasn't.
Someone who has got it is the Cadster, the Cadatollah Khomeini himself. Alan Caddick, welcome to the show! What can we do for you, sir?
I was wondering, have you got the number for the Euro Millions? Because the big jackpot tonight.
Yes, I have got the number for the Euro Millions. It's 3.
Yeah, that's 1.
6.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
24.
Okay, and my 2 lucky stars?
69.
I don't think 69 was a lucky star.
Shut your face!
Very lucky.
And 1,042. How did you do?
Not even one number.
Oh, mate, that's unlucky ducky. 0344499 with that 1,000. Slight problem with the phones, in as much as we can only have one person ringing in at a time. What that means is we can rack the calls up, but only one line rings at a time. Are they saying that's quiet? Mm-hmm. They're liars. They're liars. I tell you someone who's not a liar, though. It's a great friend, and it's great to have him back. It's Malky. Good evening, Malky.
Good evening. How are you doing, pal?
We're on the top of the world looking down.
Mine's is just a quick call, Ian,
yes,
right? I want to discuss Iain Lee tonight.
Okay. I like that guy. Whatever happened to that guy?
Well, I was saying to my pal on the train, we were chatting, I was telling him about, you remember your guy who phoned up and was talking about Brexit, and then you mentioned the Beatles?
Yes.
I was telling that, and he said, that guy is the most hilarious man ever. He goes, and I went, I listen to him all the time. And he went, well, I'm going to be tuning in.
Yes,
so I just want to...
Who is he? Who is he? Let's say who is he? Let's dedicate the show to this guy.
Alan Perry.
Alan Perry, Alan Perry, Alan Perry, stick it up your bum.
Ooh!
Alan, the show, Malky, is dedicated to the memory of Alan Perry. When did he die?
Yesterday.
It's a sad loss to the Perry family. Our thoughts and wishes and prayers are with the Perry family. And if Alan's spirit is somewhere in the ether, you're very welcome to communicate with us. Dans le sac. 0344. I haven't got a bit of paper. I haven't got anything, which is fine. 0344. 499 1000. This stick is like a tiny parsnip. If you want to give us a call, it is, isn't it? You can't deny it. It's like a tiny parsnip. Those watching know.
He's talking about his scraper.
Those watching know. We have prepped nothing for the show this evening because Katherine was busy throwing up.
Yes, mate.
Are you pregnant with the baby?
No, I don't
Is it
think
a baby in your belly that's making you puke?
No, I don't think so.
What is it? Rotten guts?
I don't know.
Have you got the trots?
I don't know.
Let me ask a few questions because, as you know.
I thought you got struck off.
Well, I technically yes, but I still know they can't remove the knowledge from you. Number one, have you, chundered?
Yes.
Vomited?
Yes.
Yes. Have you got the trots?
No.
Have you got tag nuts?
No.
Have you got any winnets about your person?
No, can we move on from that? There's no fecal involvement.
I know what I am doing. Please leave it with me. Have you got any dangleberries whatsoever?
Yeah, one that's about 6'4", sits opposite me. Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. She's talking about me. Well, I'm not going to kill you then, in that case. The hex is put upon you, and long may it last. Curses, hexes, bad luck, anything like that. We'll talk about that tonight. 0344 499 1000. You can ring in now. I think. Can they? Yes, they can. It's so confusing. You can ring in now, but we can only take one person at a time. Don't worry. It'll make sense. Here's my tip. If you're ringing in and you have the hold music for more than 90 seconds, you've not made it through the system. Put the phone down and try again. 0344 499 1000. Have you ever had a curse put on you by a gypsy? I say that in the truest sense. I'm not being offensive. Ever had a hex put on you? A curse? Bad luck? Anything like that? 0344 499 1000. Let's go to our friend of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been too long. It's only Stuart. Good evening, Stuart.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Stuart. What have you got for us?
Well, I just want to say thank you for doing the Periscope on the call I had with you last night. I've had a few people saying, can we have some headphones so we can listen to the callers?
Oh, the headphones are on.
Oh, are they? Oh.
Hang on a minute. The headphones, have I got the phone the right way? Yeah. You, hang on, talking to it.
1 2 1 2. Zip zip zip.
The headphones are on. What are you talking? The headphones are on, Big Stu.
Oh, I don't know then. I don't know what's going on.
Now they're saying it sounds fine to them.
Aye, Stu, what can the matter be? The Periscope is on. Do not tell the bosses. We are literally, this isn't me being cute. We're actually not allowed to do it. Periscope.tv/Iain Lee if you want to watch the show in all its heavenly glory. Anything else, Big Stu?
No, that was...
Tutty bye! This is Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional.
Hello?
The unpredictable.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And the completely unorthodox.
It was my birthday.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
I was just trying to generate a bit of content.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Hate alarm clock, hate going to work.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. So, ever had a curse, a hex, bad luck, just something put on you or your family? 0344 499 1000. How did you combat it? Before the show, Katherine and I were watching the Tim and Eric movie, $1 Billion Movie, and then we watched a little bit of Monty Python, and it got me thinking, sketch groups. I'm going to let me just write down the wrong answer that someone will tell us. Someone will tell us this, and this is the wrong answer, okay? And I will, when they say it, I'm going to hold it up and show you the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Sketch groups, troops, gangs that have made movies.
Oh.
Sketch groups. I've got a wrong answer down here that someone's going to suggest. When it does, let me get a klaxon sound effect, okay? When someone gives the wrong answer that I have predicted, then they're gonna be hitting the ears with a nuclear klaxon sound. Sketch groups that have made movies. Have you got any, Katherine?
Thinking,
You include you can do the obvious ones. The obvious one.
what, like Kevin and Perry? It was a spin-off
That's
from a
not
sketch
obvious,
group
but
thing.
I wouldn't class, I wouldn't class Harry Enfield and Kathy Burke as a sketch team. Because it was the Harry Enfield show.
Yeah, and Chums.
Harry Enfield, I don't know if I would include that. The obvious one I was thinking was Monty Python.
Oh, right.
Monty Python.
Oh, all right. I was thinking beyond that. 'cause I
Monty
thought that
Python.
was the one you
So I've got
mentioned.
some American ones. Kids in the Hall did Brain Candy. Tim and Eric did $1 Billion Movie. And Mr. Show did a film that isn't really very good at all. In fact, quite often these films are never quite as good as this series. I would suggest Monty Python is the exception there that proves the rule. 0344 499 1000. Sketch troops.
All right.
Yep.
Modern one.
Yeah.
Horrible Histories movie.
Would you class them as a sketch?
I think it's a sketch
troupe?
show.
I'm putting it down, Catherine. I'm putting it down. Horrible Histories. Okay, I'm putting that down. Yeah, I'll have that. It's good. Sketch groups that have done movies. 0344 499 1000. There is a wrong answer. That someone will phone in or will some idiot on Twitter will definitely suggest it. 0344 499 1000. It's a Friday night. Everyone's feeling alright, baby.
I'm not feeling
Oh,
alright.
Kath's got rotten guts.
And Dickie.
She wouldn't let me, alright, Dickie has got rotten guts. We've changed her name. She wouldn't let me question her. So, unlucky for her. Let's go to our good friend and, regular caller to the show. It's Matt. Good evening, Matt.
Good evening.
Good evening, Matt.
It's my first time.
Oh,
I'm not a regular caller.
What I'm saying is I hope you will be with a snort like that. What can we do for you, Matt?
I've been seeing you struggle. I was watching the stream on Twitter.
Yes.
You've obviously got no idea where this is going, so I thought I'd phone in with my random suggestion.
Okay, random suggestions. Well, 0344 499 1000. What's your random suggestion?
There's a game we used to play when we were in the pub, which was football team is made up of strange collections. So it would be Muppets versus Fags.
Fags? I don't think you can say fags anymore.
No, I think
Fags?
So if fags, I mean like Benson and Hedges
Oh
would
my
be the
God,
back
thank
row.
goodness. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. We're still broadcasting. I thought you meant doesn't matter what I thought. I apologise. Okay, so Muppets versus cigarettes.
Yeah, Muppets versus cigarettes,
Yes.
or you'd have a back line of beers. You know, would Heineken and Stella Artois be the Larry frontmen, or would you have, if it was cartoons, how would Scooby-Doo play up against exactly?
He'd be hiding behind the goalpost dressed as a sexy waitress.
Exactly.
Yep.
Or I don't know. You just the comic implications
Are endless.
massive,
Are almost beginning. I don't know anything about football. I saw a football match today. I went and watched my 7-year-old play. It was 2-2. It was great. And guess what, Matt? I've bought the greatest thing ever, and it only cost me £15. It's a collapsible camping chair.
No, they're good.
Oh, mate, it's great. I go to football matches now. I can sit down. There's a drinks holder in it. Then when you're done, it folds up. Because I hadn't practiced taking it out. You take it out of the bag and then unfold it. And I thought, oh, God, I'm going to look like an idiot. No.
Do you know you can get a sofa, a collapsible sofa, in exactly the same style? It folds out as two people.
What?
Yep.
Wow, so this is it. What a world we're living in, Matt. Forget your robot cars and forget your bumming on Mars. I want collapsible sofas.
Yeah, they're good. If you're going camping, you've got a loved one, you're cuddling up. It's the fireplace.
I want a collapsible fireplace.
Yeah, well, that's another. I don't see any of those on sale yet, but the collapsible sofa is another level from your collapsible chair.
When was the last time you lit a firework?
I lit a firework.
Yeah, you personally.
Last year, we had a big thing at my friend's, and I was the man who had to light all the stuff and run away and tell all the children to just go away. This is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, and had you ever lit in a firework before?
No, I'd watched my dad do it dangerously for years, going, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
And then it was suddenly my job, and I thought, actually, you're right. It is very scary.
What are you, 47?
Yes.
Boom! And, God, that made me feel good. I hadn't lit a firework until about 2 or 3 years ago, Matt, and we didn't really have fireworks at our house when I was a kid. We had 1 year and it was a disaster, so we'd always go to the local park, and I hadn't lit one till my mid-40s. And when I lit one, my God, Miss Jones, the power. I felt, no, kids, go and stand over there with your mother. Yeah. Isn't it sexy?
It is, it's fantastic, but you're standing there with some random Chinese product.
Yeah.
Very close to people that you love.
British culture.
And obviously, people have had a drink.
Yeah.
So the adults aren't helping at all. They're going, you're the guy, go. And you're lighting some random blue fuse and...
You're lighting Chinese bombs. And if they ever decide to take over, you mark my words, the Saturday closest to the 5th of November, we're all going to blow ourselves up, and then we're going to be invaded by the Chinese. I did one a couple of years ago with my boys, and it went wrong, and I had to go, everybody inside, and we had to run in and shut the door. It may have been last year, actually. We had to run in and shut the door while this firework was zigzagging all over the garden, and my youngest was in tears.
Yeah. And then you get the older guys. My dad did this thing for a while saying, I'm just going to the Elephant and Castle. I know this guy, he'll get us some special ones. Yeah, and I don't know what we were lighting, but it may as well have been some sort of, incendiary device.
Yeah, this is it, man.
Yeah.
Nuclear style. Matt, thank you very, very much indeed. I enjoyed that call. You're a firework lighter, Catherine.
I lit my first firework last year.
Oh, last year!
Which was, I think I'm probably the first female in our family ever to light a firework.
This is a great moment. How was it?
It was good, pretty good. I feel pretty good about it still. And I feel like I've blazed a trail, and maybe I'll.
Well, I hope you don't, because otherwise that's where the problems are. If you start
next time I'll put it in a milk bottle.
There we go. I have problems with the rockets, because you're supposed to, some of them, it's not the rockets, it's the big, box that's got 100 things on it. You're supposed to bury it halfway into the ground. Well, I didn't do it. I just kind of pushed it into the mud a little bit, and that was the one that fell over. The force of it blew it over, and
it became a rocket launcher.
It became a rocket launcher. Everybody inside! It was just me and the two boys. Everybody in! Here we go! Shut the door, lock the door, youngest is in tears. Nothing to stop crying! It'll be fine! Fun times. Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Catherine.
Hey, Chris.
Sketch show troops who were brilliant in TV shows and then did a bit of a dud of a movie.
Yes, sir.
The League of Gentlemen.
Is that the one?
Oh, no, you're joking. What are you cooking the sketch show?
I'd love you to tell me, what was the sketch show that the League of Gentlemen did, Chris?
Well, the League of Gentlemen, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3...
That was kind of like the sitcom that was set in a village, yeah?
Oh, well.
You're not the first person to say that. There was Gareth on Twitter, also said the League of Gentlemen. Oh! And Pete says the League of Gentlemen's Apocalypse, which definitely qualifies. It finished. There
we won the people's vote then, haven't we?
Sorry?
We won the people's vote, surely.
No, the people's vote. This is a benevolent dictatorship. Benevolent sometimes. No! The League of Gentlemen was not a sketch show. It was
quite a lot of sketches, isn't it?
Yeah, that were tied together into I would call it sitcom.
I wouldn't call them sketches either. I'd call them vignettes.
This is just dividing further and further.
But there's an overarching storyline, isn't there?
Well, I heard on a podcast recently, the definition of a sitcom is something that from the beginning of the sitcom to the end of the sitcom, nothing changes by the end of the sitcom. The situation
what podcast did you hear that on?
oh God, you're asking out the Rule of Three podcast. It's really, really good. It's all about comedy writing.
Sounds very...
Mate, so that nothing changes from the beginning to the end. Well, how about the Office Christmas special?
Yeah, I have to say I was listening to it.
That changes massively from the beginning to the end.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, Chris. It's been really nice talking to you, but it's been even better totally destroying you live on talkradio.co.uk.
No rules nocturnal nattering for nightbirds, nurses, and Nosferatu.
Ah, right, cool.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
By the way, everybody on Twitter who is saying that the League of Gentlemen is a sketch troupe, I'm reporting you. Reported and muted. So, stick it up your bum. We got Alistair, we got Paul, we got Jack, but before all of those, we have the mighty... Oh, hang on a second, that's the wrong line. We have the mighty Martin!
Whoop, whoop.
Hello.
Hello, mighty
Ian.
Martin!
I want to cheer up, right? That is Brexit Shitty Britain tonight. One joke, if you mind, Mark.
What's your language?
Okay,
Whoa.
I'm horrified. I'm horrified.
She's a lady.
Okay. Right.
Let me lick your ears out.
No, it was fine.
Okay, it's
an
a quick
offer.
joke.
Sam, can I lick your ears out?
Okay.
Maybe later.
Okay, thank you. Martin, please continue. I'm looking
It's a
forward to
quick
this.
joke, right. That is a local paper boy, Alan. Alan.
Oh, God.
Walked into the hospital,
Yes.
with 6 plastic horses inside his stomach.
With 6 what inside his stomach? Horses? Black horses?
Plastic horses inside his stomach.
Okay. If Alan is listening and wants, this is Alan's nemesis, Martin. If Alan wants to call back in, I will put you straight on, Alan, if you want retribution. What's it, revocation? Right to reply.
Stomach condition.
Okay, where you going, Martin? He's got 6 black horses in his stomach.
6 plastic horses. Yep. Alan Caddick. Oh no, Alan was admitted to hospital with 6 plastic horses inside his stomach.
Yes.
The latest news, he's in a stable condition, Alan Caddick. Oh, sorry, Alan, sorry.
Oh.
He's in a what?
Stable condition.
But he said stable.
I know.
Stable.
You said stable.
Stable.
He balls it up.
But you should see the size of his penis. Now, because horses have got big dicks. Alan has not called in, Martin, so it's 1-0 to you.
Thank God for that, Alan.
Thank God for that. Anything else, Martin?
Yes.
Oh.
Brexit is crap, man.
Thanks very much indeed. There we go. Brexit is crap now. Let's go to Jack. Good evening, Jack.
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, Jack.
Today's been a day from hell.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I've just killed the mood.
Spit it out.
You know how you've got some days, and they feel like they should be really good, but then they just go downhill.
Yes.
It went downhill.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you talk to your parents about this?
Yes.
Okay. And what do your parents say about this?
They're supportive.
Okay, good. Because here's the thing. I love our phone calls. I really enjoy chatting to you. I think you're a very intelligent, very witty, very kind young man. But I do worry that... Now, remind me, are you 14 or 15?
I am 15.
15 years old. Okay. It does concern me that a 15-year-old young man, such as yourself...
Yeah.
...chooses a late-night radio show... to bare your soul and to share your woes, which you seem to have quite a lot of. You're very unlucky, I would suggest. And I just wonder if it would be more appropriate, because I can't do anything, right? All I can do is tell you that you're brilliant and that's it. I just wonder if it would be more appropriate to talk to those people who are nearest to you, like your parents, your teachers, your priests, I don't know, whoever the people are that are closest to you, that are real in your life, so that they could potentially help you put some changes into your life that mean that these things happen less often, or they have less of an impact on you. Because I can sit, me and Kath can sit and listen.
Yeah.
But there's nothing, it's slightly different, me giving advice, life advice, to a 15-year-old young man than it is to giving it to a 35 or a 45 or a 55-year-old old man. And there is a little part of me that worries I am so out of touch with being a 15-year-old boy. I like to think I can remember it, but actually I can't. And it's changed a lot in the last 31 years. And I don't know exactly where you are, and I don't know the low... there's lots of factors in it I don't know. I worry that by talking to me, you are not talking to those that might be able to actually offer you practical help. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What are your feelings on what I've just said? Because I'm not having a go, I'm not telling you off or anything, but I just wondered what your thoughts were on what I just said.
That's very true. But the reason I do choose to phone into your show is because I did watch In the Jungle, and then I remember one night I just tuned into talk radio and thought, that's Iain.
Yeah, and I'm glad you did. And listen, I'm not, please don't think for one second I am saying, Jack, for God's sake, man, don't call in. I'm not saying that at all. I love your calls. And you can share anything with us, of course you can, right?
Yeah.
But I just worry that when you tell us stuff, you kind of think, well, that's that done. That's out there. And actually, I can't change anything in your life. But there are people around you that can change things in your life, or can certainly help you see things in a different way. And here we go, I got it. I worry that you put too much faith in me to be able to not solve, but certainly to be able to change in a positive way your situation, when really I'm just an idiot on the radio.
No, you're not.
Well, no, I am. That's my job. I'm here to be I'm a fool, I'm a joker, I'm a jester. I'm here to mess around and wave, a pig's bladder and swear in front of the king. That's it. And I just think that the problems that you've talked about are so continuous and so many that actually I feel that you might benefit from a fundamental change in your life, which you can only start to get if you really gather the help of your parents, of your teachers, of your friends, of, your football coach, whoever these people are that are around you. I think that's the only way you're going to be able to start to make a positive change that will lessen the number of negative things you have happening to you, directed towards you.
Yeah. Okay.
Deep breaths. Katherine, deep breaths. Sam, deep breaths. Iain, deep breaths.
On the positive side.
Here we go, yes.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel. When I've decided that when I'm older, I've decided that I might work down in London and talk radio. I might.
I don't know if it'll still be going then, but TalkSport will be. You can work at TalkSport. You can go there. Well, that's something to aim towards. And listen, Jack, I feel that you're hearing me say, never call me again, I don't want to know. It could not be further from the truth. I enjoy your calls. I want you to call up. I want you to share stuff with us. But I think it is important for 15 is a really important age for a man, for a boy, for a man. You're not a boy, you're not a man. It's this weird kind of hinterland between, being a kid and being an adult. It kind of, one day you're a baby, the next hour you're an old man. It really fluctuates. I remember that, right? I remember that. This is a really important time in your development. And that bloke who stole the strawberries from I'm a Celebrity, A, he's not really a real person, but B, there are people closer to you who are better equipped to help you grab hold of your life and start pushing it in the direction you want it to go.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah?
Have you ever lit a firework?
No.
Okay. I'm not telling you to light fireworks because you're underage. I am asking you, could you ask your dad to get a couple of fireworks for the back garden? I know they're expensive, but you can actually get a couple of good ones from Tesco for like a £5. And ask him if you could light the fireworks.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Have you got a back garden?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he might let you do it?
No.
Ask him.
Okay, I will.
Ask him. And if he says no, fair enough. But I think even the act of asking him to do something that you think he's going to say no to, I think might be quite healthy for you.
Okay. Oh, praise the Lord.
I think the Holy Spirit just entered Jack's body through his nasal cavities. Jack, it's nice to talk to you, brother. Bless you. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
Oh, yeah. Good evening, Paul.
Ian, how are you going? You alright?
I'm going all the way with JFK.
I have one suggestion that I'm thinking about for this comedy troupe film thing.
Sketch groups that made a movie, the League of Gentlemen does not count.
I've got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is it Ghostbusters 2? Because you know they're a comedy group.
No, they're not a sketch.
Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, they weren't a sketch. No. It wasn't the Saturday. It wasn't the nearly ready for primetime players make a movie.
How do you mean?
What do you mean, how do I mean? That was the name of the performers in the first season of Saturday Night Live. You know that, right?
Maybe.
Thanks very much for your call, Paul. Oh. Let's go to Alistair. Good evening, Alistair.
Malcolm and Wise?
Let me speak to my legal team. Katherine, sketch troupe.
I mean, they did sketches.
They were double act. Definitely a double act. Double act. But I don't think of them as a sketch troupe. I think of them as a double act, which is very, very different. Because you might as well be quiet. Stop heckling. We will come to the conclusion. Stop heckling. Because, I mean, you could argue Laurel and Hardy in that case.
Yeah. But no, they were more like a progression from Song and Dance Men, weren't they?
Who are you talking
Malcolm
about?
and Wise.
Yeah, no, yeah. So they're not sketch troupe?
No, I don't
Sorry,
think so.
Alistair, that's a no from us.
Okay. The reason I rang tonight, because it's my 58th birthday next week.
We can't come to the party, we're busy, I think. Phew, we dodged that.
No.
Oh.
But I wondered whether or not, because you indicated you might be taking some time off, Ian.
Yes.
Whether or not we could all sing together, Daydream Believer.
On your birthday?
I mean now.
No, now? Hang on a second. Andre?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Andre. There we go, before and after. Do you know... Do you
know what?
Do you know...
Yeah.
The song Daydream Believer.
Yeah, by the Beatles, isn't it?
Close enough. Would you sing it to my good friend Alistair to celebrate his 58th birthday?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'll give it a go.
Here we go.
I hang about it. I don't know if I can, actually.
Yes, you can have a go, mate. You can have a go, buddy.
Daydream Believer.
And the homecoming queen.
Yeah.
This is the
Singing to me.
Right, hang on a minute.
Have either of you two ever heard music?
Right, hang on a minute. Let's bring in Chris. Chris.
Yeah.
Do you know Daydream Believer by them Monkeys?
Yes, I do.
Right. Okay. Could you sing it?
No, I can't do better than that person just done that.
Could you?
Come on.
Chris.
I know.
Me throwing up earlier on was better than that.
Chris, could you sing it to Alistair as it's going to be his 58th birthday very, very soon?
No.
A miserable old git. Wow. What a miserable git. Let's go to Pete. Good evening, Pete.
Hello,
Oh, it's
Ian.
this prick.
Hang on, Pete was going to be your best mate last week.
No. He's a scumbag. He's trolling me online. He's phoned up to argue about the League of Gentlemen. He's going to have some fatuous thing about their Edinburgh shows and their live shows and their radio shows. They're not a sketch troupe. It was not sketches. So we'll come back to you in a minute, Pete. But just sit in the corner and just really, really, really come up with a good argument, mate, because I'm going to destroy you for the second night this week.
Also, I would say to you, Pete, do you really want to do this?
Do you? Do you feel lucky, punk? You feeling lucky, punk? Do you feel lucky, punk? Do you feel lucky, punk? Actually, I can ask him. Hang on. Do you feel lucky, punk, or do you?
Well, I had the...
Here we go. He's a gobby SH1T, which spells, I think, shunt.
Yeah.
He's a shunt. That's a little bit near the old Nucales. Alistair, I hope that fulfills your dream.
Well, can't you and Kath sing it?
No. You could not afford the fees. Let's go to Pete. Good evening, Pete.
Hello.
I am busy buying the remastered Monty Python DVD box set.
Not the Blu-ray?
And the Blu-ray as well. I'm going to get both of them.
Good plan.
Because I am like that.
You do like it like that.
Sam's got no rhythm whatsoever. Literally a cow walking home.
Why don't I give him the loudest instrument?
It's literally the last cow coming into the barn. Peter, we're having fun. It's going to end in tears, not mine, yours. What have you got for us?
Okay, the League of Gentlemen. I'm happy to not dismiss, but I'm happy to
You have to speak up a little bit, Pete. The klaxon's quite loud tonight.
I'm happy to accept...
Hey, whoa.
Hey! Can I ask you to moderate your tone, please?
Sorry, Kath. Yeah.
Continue.
I'm happy to accept the notion...
Can't hear you, Pete. The klaxon's very, very fresh this evening. Speak up a bit, mate. Speak up, Pete. Can't hear you, buddy.
They're a sketch troupe.
Whoa, mate! Come on, this is just a bit.
Sorry,
Kath,
but he does this to me, you know.
Just sit nice and calmly, mate. Let's hear.
Let's not forget this is supposed to be a fun show, everyone. Okay.
Fine. We're not the James Whale and Ash.
Deep breaths.
No, I'm not Julie Hartley Brewer.
Okay, Pete, carry on. What were you saying?
They're a sketch troupe, Ian, you muppet.
Didn't hear a word of that, Pete. Sorry. This klaxon is so Jeff tonight. Say it a bit louder, Pete.
I'm just saying this is
Pete,
what John Gordon would do.
Your attitude.
I'm sorry, Pete. We're going to have to... It's seriously, mate. The vibe is not strong with you tonight. This is very, very disrespectful call.
It's not like you.
Too much cocaine, I'm sorry.
Is this the guy that played Jake the other night? Because... Is it the same actor? Because as characters go, very, very, very similar.
So much rage.
So much rage. I've got one bit of... Oh, hang on a minute. That klaxon, I wish it would stop. I've got one bit of advice for you, Pete.
You're a cocaine addict.
Yeah, we go. And
withdraw, Ian, withdraw.
You're a bad man, and I will stop you.
I'm just a burglar. I'm not like a nonce.
Hang on a second. Let me just... Let's sort this out once and for all.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the internet, okay? Excuse me, Pete. I'm just going to go online.
Sure.
Okay, hang on. So, are the League of Gentlemen... Oh, I put gentleman, sorry. Gentlemen...
I mean,
if you can't even get the name of the troupe right...
Let's just all chill out.
Show.
Sketch troupe doing a sitcom.
Sorry, mate. It's my internet, my mum's phone bill. I'll type in what the hell
sorry.
I want, okay? Yeah, they're not. Hope that answers your question, Pete.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, Pete, you still up for phoning us in next week after next week's Apprentice and applying to be the Apprentice correspondent?
I'm up for ringing up. I probably haven't seen it. Because we're looking after my niece next week, so...
What's wrong with your knees? Did you fall over and hurt them?
Oh, that was bad.
Outrageous. So's your attitude, mate. So's your attitude.
Did you ask Jeeves there?
Yes, I did, actually. I did. The know-it-all butler. Good evening, Penny.
Good evening.
Good evening, Penny.
Good evening, Kat.
Penny.
Penny.
What was the song? Oh, Penny. Penny Crayon. Was that the theme tune to Penny Crayon? Oh, Penny. What was the theme tune to Penny Crayon?
Penny Crayon can draw anything she wishes. La 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 la.
Oh no! Oh, Penny was this? Hang on a minute. It was this.
Penny.
Penny, can we play in your lovely big house? Can we play in your swimming pool? If you mum's about, oh, Penny, can we play with the...
There we go, that's it. Oh, Penny. Oh, Penny.
What was Penny? Is that a doll?
It's actually none of your business.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Here we go, there's another one. Here we go, here's another one. This might be...
Oh, Penny.
Penny, can we play in your lovely big house? Can I take a big shit in your swimming pool? Oh, Penny.
If your mum's about, better stop your baby brother or your dad will find out. Uh-oh, Penny. Oh, Penny, can we play with the pony in the stable? Then go riding in the wagon with your big brother.
I don't know, I didn't play all the music.
Oh, Penny, what a wonderful world.
Oh, Penny.
I don't know what year.
Sorry?
Sorry, my husband asked what was going on.
Oh, she's married. Well, all that effort and she's married. You should say that as soon as you phone in, ladies.
Tease.
Oh, Penny, what can we do for you?
Do you know, Matthew, what did you say? What film did you say? The Comic Strip Presents.
Yeah, were they a sketch troupe before? I know they were individual live performers. Did they? Yeah, I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna put it down. I'm putting it down.
I feel proud.
You feel proud, Penny. I wish you'd leave your husband behind. Come with me, I will show you the world, and we will make love all the time. I'm gonna love you, Penny, like that guy never could. I'm gonna give you good times like you know you should. Oh, Penny, can I play in your big, big house? Oh, baby, Penny's coming home with me, and her husband's gonna cry. Is that okay, Penny? Can I come home with me and your husband's gonna cry?
I was going to say, I'm available for a very small amount of money.
Oh.
Penny is a sex worker. Don't have a problem with that, but I'm out. Thank you very much indeed.
That wasn't the kind of scenario you were thinking of.
That was a very British, indecent proposal. £5. Can I sleep with your wife for a £5? Give us £2, mate, be fine. Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris. Welcome to the show, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Good evening again. I felt guilty for not singing the song.
Yeah, that you should do,
It was his birthday. This is not his birthday yet.
I will have a go now. I don't know the song to the note, but I'll... Cheer up, sleepy dream. Huh? Oh, what does it mean to a daydream believer? And I'm homecoming queen. Do-do-do-do-do-do. That's it.
Excellent. What a great call. What a great call, Chris. You finally, you've got it. You've made the perfect call after years and years of tedium. You've just made the perfect call, buddy. Well done. Well done.
And I felt sorry for that youngster you were speaking to earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think you should have encouraged him to buy fireworks.
I didn't, literally didn't. But thanks for I didn't encourage him to buy fireworks, but thanks for listening.
It was a story on,
Chris, yeah, but Chris, I didn't encourage him to buy fireworks.
Chris, he asked him
well,
to...
you mentioned them.
Yes.
No, he said, ask your dad if you can...
Who's Rob Mortimer?
Rob Mortimer, thank you very much. The guy is going off on an absolute tangent like a lunatic. Andre, unless someone better calls in, you're going to be the first caller of the next hour. Heaven forbid. This is the Late Night Alternative with Kath, Ian, and indeed Sam, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee
on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Oh, Penny. Oh, Penny, can we play in the lovely big house? Can we play hide and seek? Can we play cat and mouse? Can we play in your swimming pool? If your mum's about, better stop your baby brother or your dad will find out. Uh-oh, Penny. Oh, Penny, can we play with the pony in the stable? Then go riding in the wagon with your big brother Ben. Can we play in the treehouse? Swing on the swing. Oh, Penny, what a wonderful world you live in. Oh, Penny.
I would not say yes, but I certainly would not say no.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we've paid our fare with a whole song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hand and come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
That's the noise inside my head.
Gosh. Right.
All the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, all the time?
All the time. Andre knows, don't you, Andre?
Yeah, hi. I'm not really happy on, but I've got a quick tune for you, yeah?
Beautiful.
Which I know off by heart, thank you very much.
Oh, you know it off by heart, well done.
But you've got to remember this is from 1977, yeah?
It's okay.
Right, you ready for it? I've got the airwaves here nicely. Here we go.
Yeah, the airwaves there nicely all sorted out. Beautiful.
Right, here we go. A holiday in other people's misery.
I don't want a holiday in the sun. I want to go to the Nobel Sun. I want to see some history. Now I've got a reasonable economy. Now I've got a reason. Now I've got a reason. Now I've got a reason, and I'm still waiting. Now I've got a reason. Now I've got a reason to be waiting. The Berlin Wall. I'm going to go over the Berlin Wall. I don't understand this thing at all. I'm going to go over the Berlin Wall. Claustrophobia. It's too much paranoia. There's so many closets, so where do we go? But now I've got a reason. There's no real reason, and I'm waiting. The Berlin Wall. I'm going to go over the Berlin Wall. I'm going to go over the Berlin Wall. I don't understand this thing at all.
Okay, you can enjoy your time at the Berlin Wall, Andre. Thank you so much. Catherine Boyle. Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Boyle's in the house this evening. Well done. Welcome, Catherine. It's great to have you as part of the zoo team in this new zoo format that we're kicking around. What zoo format means is that it's not quite structured as a normal radio show. It's a little bit dangerous. It means that Catherine and Sam can chip in at any point. I'm still the controller, and hopefully they'll be chipping in and laughing at some of the things I say. Like that, thank you. And it's called a zoo format, and it just means it's like a zoo. I don't mean there's a lot of SHRT everywhere. I mean it's a lot of fun. We all like zoos.
I don't really.
Okay.
I think that's probably old-fashioned now.
Okay. No, I think zoos are very modern because so many animals. You know, a quarter of animal life in the UK, quarter of animal species. No one says racist anymore. Actually, I heard someone say racist the other day because we've solved that problem. The quarter of animal species in the United Kingdom will be extinct within the next 10 years.
Which ones are the crap ones?
Hedgehogs.
I like them.
You like hedgehogs?
I've got a hole in my fence for my hedgehog.
That's not a euphemism.
It is.
Gosh. Catherine, what you brought to the show tonight, please? I think we've had a really dark vibe with people. It's still going on Twitter saying that, the League of Gentlemen is a sketch show. Well, they're not. That's decided. That's finished. Unless you can get one of the League of Gentlemen themselves who, has anybody on Twitter, have you guys met the League of Gentlemen? Have you? Oh, you met them at a signing at HMV, did you? Or hanging around the stage door? You didn't bump into one of them, the short guy. You didn't bump into him when you used to live in Muswell Hill, and he stopped you and went, "Oh, hi, Iain. How are you?" Did that happen to you? It happened to me.
No, because my name's not Iain.
Shut up. One of them, I don't know their names, but one of them bumped into... Oh, but sorry guys, did any of you do a photo shoot in 1999 for a centre spread of the Standard? It was all men and there was only one black face, and that was Richard Blackwood, where it was comedians and faces to look out for in the 21st century. People like Jonathan Ross, other people, League of Gentlemen, Ian Lee. Any of you guys do it? Keith Lamb, any of you guys do that? No? Well, I did. So I know. If you can get one of the League of Gentlemen on Twitter today during the show to say, "Oh, we were a sketch team," that's Steve Pemberton. No, it's not, it's the other guy. Neil? Is there one called Neil? "Oh, we were a sketch team." You know the one I'm doing, don't you? The thinner of the two.
Yes.
Paul Dulake?
Yeah.
"Oh, we were a sketch team. At number 9. It's not Steve Pemberton, it's the other one.
No, Simon...
Templar. If you can get Simon Templar or Steve Pemberton or any of the other League of the LOGs, the logs, to say they were a sketch team, well then I might consider the evidence. But until then... Catherine, what have you brought to the show in the zoo format?
Well, I thought I'd cheer things up a little bit. Let's G things up a smidgen.
Okay, I think I've G'd it quite well.
Surgeons removed a huge hairball from a human stomach. 4.4 pounds.
That is a very cheap surgery. I like it when they cut people up and they find their dead twin inside them. That's my favourite.
They've absorbed in the womb.
You never heard of that, Sam? Oh!
Here's what happens.
This is true.
You're in the womb. Now, often, with twins, you'll get one that thrives more than the other, right? It's just the way nature is. They're not doing it on purpose. They're not cruel babies. There's no such thing as a cruel baby. It might be a thing as a cruel baby. Anyway, so but sometimes one thrives so much that it absorbs the other one, and you never know that there was another baby in there because it was pre-scan, right? So you grow up, you get this funny lump. They operate. The lump is removed.
Yep.
It has hair and teeth.
Here we go. That is true.
Twin.
And sometimes you get poor Indian kids, and they have like 200 teeth removed from their head.
Yeah.
That happened the other day.
Yeah. I mean, some of them weren't really teeth, but they were teeth-like structures.
They were teeth.
They were tiny.
Tiny teeth. So something stops being something just because of its size.
It wouldn't be a functioning tooth. You wouldn't be able to get through a peanut with it.
You're supposed to suck peanuts.
Why?
It's not peanuts, it's the other nuts. Catherine, what have you got for us this evening, please? Looking forward to hearing this. Hang on, Andre, you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening in. I've got a couple of suggestions.
We finished with you.
Can I hang on a minute?
Well, what are your suggestions?
Well, I've got a tune to sing.
No, I think you've sung enough.
I mean, your definition of singing...
Switchboard's empty, guys. 0344 499 1000. Sketch groups that have made movies. Have you ever had a hex or a curse or anything like that put on you? And do you really think we're going to leave the EU on October the 31st? 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio. Catherine, yes, hit me.
Surgeon,
hit me, baby. Hit me, baby. Hello, baby. Who is this an impression of? Hello, baby.
Big Bopper.
Yeah. It's a dirty song. Hello, baby. Well, you know what I like. Chantilly lace and a pretty face and a ponytail just a hanging down, a wiggle in a walk and a giggle in a talk. Kids is basically what the Big Bopper likes.
The world go round.
Ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl to make me act so funny, make me spend my money, make me act real loose like a long-legged goose. Oh, baby, you know what I like.
I would think...
I'm glad he died. We didn't need people like that roaming this earth. Dirty, dirty, dirty Bopper. Catherine.
Surgeons...
We'll get your story after these messages.
Uncut, after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
Sam, do us a favour. Just check the phones are working. It seems unusual that 11:15 on a show as electric as this, we would have zero call de la telefono. Let's see. Let's see. He's dialing through now. And maybe none of you are calling in because it's such an entertaining show, or you want to listen to Nick Pastor. Nick Abbott, excuse me. The phone is working. 0344. That means you're not calling in because you're scumbags. 0344 499 1000. That's how you get calls. You call them scumbags.
Yeah, and they want to hear about this hairball in a 19-year-old
stomach.
Tell us about it. A man
had sex with a dog. What happened?
What? No.
What? No.
No. Surgeons removed this huge human hairball wearing 4.4 pounds. Weighing boots.
You said wearing.
Weighing 4.4 pounds from a teenager's stomach. The bizarre procedure took place when the unnamed 19-year-old, we're going to call it Hairy Laszlo, was admitted to hospital in the city of Ulan-Ude in southern Russia.
Ooh la la!
With severe stomach pains. I've got severe stomach pains. I wonder if I'm going to...
Jesus.
According to reports, the young woman was vomiting after meals and struggling with a lack of body strength. After carrying out a thorough medical examination, doctors discovered a bezoar. Do you know what a bezoar is?
It's a dog, isn't it? Frison Bisou.
It's a Bichon Frise.
Is it? I genuinely thought I was getting it right there.
A Frison Bisou would be in the wrong order, but the two words are French, and one of it's
I don't care.
An electrifying kiss.
Okay. Well.
A solid mass of indigestible material that had accumulated in her stomach. The bezoar had filled up almost all of her stomach, causing immense pain and an ulcer in the intestines, according to reports.
Unlucky, mate.
Nasty.
Unlucky, mate.
During surgery, doctors removed a huge ball of hair that reportedly measured 50 by 10 by 10 centimetres. That's 20 by 4 by 4 inches. Head of the surgical team that operated on the teenager, Bator Dondakov, said, Things like that can begin with an apparently innocent habit of chewing on your own hair.
Problematic.
The group of people most at risk are young girls, and as the swallowed hair remains in the stomach.
Oh, and you bottled the accent right at the end there.
Well, his English got better. You can practice him. The patient's mother...
Why do some people... We had Felix on yesterday from the Analogues.
Yes.
Born and raised in Ireland, moved to Holland, I think it was 20 years ago, I think he said last time, I can't remember. And it's delicious. I love accents where it's half and half.
Yes.
And there were words, like the first half of a word had a very Irish accent, and then the second half, he did the sh with the S's a lot.
Yes.
Found it fascinating,
like massive underdogs.
Found it fascinating. And I bet his Irish family thinks he sounds really Dutch, and I bet his Dutch friends think he sounds really Irish, right? But some people do not lose, they can live in a country for decades, and they do not lose the accent. I do think those people should be sent back to the country they came from. For example, Katya. Katya, regular caller to the show. She's like from, I don't know, abroad somewhere.
Belgium.
Somewhere foreign. Brexit land. And she still lives at monsieur, I would like to... Papa, Nicole, le pissoir, le jeté, la boba. It's all that rollicks. And she's been here for like 15, she's been phoning me for 15 years. And you just think, what's your problem? How can that be so that some people, the accent goes, or it's submerged, and some people, arrogant people, I think generally, the accent, it does not go. If anything, I make my accent even more like where I came from. What is that? You know about voices, Kath.
Yeah.
Just give us an idea.
I think some people are... Well, here's the thing. When we first moved from Manchester to down south when I was 10, people picked on my accent or remarked on it a lot.
Oh,
right?
that is out of order.
And that...
Hey, let me just say, people picking on you for your accent is well out of order, kid. That makes me mad for it. I'll go and shiv them. They just need to take a chill pill, man, and get wasted.
Thanks. That's what my mum said, actually. But what that did was made me super conscious of the way I was talking, and I went more mank than I was before I moved.
Okay.
For a long time.
Okay.
And, you know, the fact that I moved when I was 10 and I've still got I have got a northern accent still, suggests that maybe that psychologically I clung on to it a bit. You know, rather than losing it to please dickheads. So
my advice to young people: never lose it just to appeal to a dickhead. All right, save it for someone special.
Too late.
Did we?
Yeah, I did, but you weren't listening. You were too busy talking like Terry Christian.
Oh, that was it. You did a normal voice then. Let's go to Christina. Good evening, Christina.
Hello.
Hello, Christina. Comment un peu?
How are you guys?
Comment un peu?
Oh, you know, I don't know French. I know Où le poubelle and Où la gare.
Où est la poubelle?
No, can you give me a quick boot and ping?
I'm afraid, well, I got some bad news, guys. Got some very, very bad news. I can give you a boots and ting, but I can, well, it's a little bit broken. I think I need to get a new battery. This is the best I can do. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, this is the fireworks. Hang on a second. Sorry. Here we go. This is the best I can do.
Me boots and ting.
It's broken. Use it too much.
Yeah, I think it's funny. And you know what made me laugh last couple of weeks? Raggedy Arse Jim.
Sorry?
You know you said Raggedy Arse Jim?
Don't think I said that. When?
You did, about Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh yeah. Listen, I don't remember. This is something from another show. I don't remember. I'm going to take your word that I said that. It sounds like a funny thing. I'm a funny guy. I say funny things.
You said it and you laughed, and it's been keeping going for about 2 weeks now.
Yes, man. That's what it's all about. I can say Raggedy Arse Jim again if you want.
I love it. Yeah, can you do that?
Raggedy Arse Jim.
Wait.
There we go. Beautiful. Well, when you come and see us on December the 14th, tickets still available, although over half the tickets are gone now, guys. I will say Raggedy Arse Jim to you in person.
Yeah, I'm living for that.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. What are you doing this weekend, Christina? Anything exciting?
Not really. I need to look up how I be your correspondent for Apprentice. I don't know the ins and outs and what I need to do.
Well, you need to look it up. Google it.
No, I know about the Apprentice, but I don't know.
Yeah, Google how to become. What's happening is next Wednesday, after the Apprentice, we're pushing all of the other topics aside. Brexit, we're not going to talk about Brexit. We're going to give it a rest for a night. Boris Johnson, give it a rest for a night. The Beach Boys, we're going to give them a rest for the night. All the bees, and we will be we are going to be auditioning our Apprentice correspondent apprentices. Now, what that means is, hopefully, this is going to. I've been thinking about this a lot, Catherine. I need to run this past you, although the decision has been made by the boss, me.
You reckon?
So we were going to find our Apprentice correspondent on Wednesday. No. By the end of Wednesday's show, so 1 a.m. Thursday morning next week, we are hoping to have our 16 Apprentice correspondent apprentices. Okay? Then what we will do is every week we will vote off. Or if you want, Catherine, if you want to be aggressive, Catherine, you can toss off one of our Apprentice correspondent apprentices until the end of the series, and actually we'll be ending actually after the series is ended, so it's going to be tricky. But the end of the series, we will have our Apprentice correspondent, who will then become the Apprentice correspondent for next year.
Right, okay.
I think that's how we're going to do it.
So that's the process.
Yeah.
That they will all have to go through. Okay, sounds reasonable to me. I'm in.
Okay. Is that all right, Christina?
Well, that's what I needed to know, what was going on.
Yep.
That.
You got it. You got it, baby. Do you mind if I call you baby?
I love it when you call me baby.
All right, baby. Bye, baby.
I got Baby David next to me. My cat is called Baby David.
Baby David? You got a cat called Baby David?
Baby David. I do. I've got Frank and David.
But he's not. But you don't call him Baby David.
I do call him Baby David.
Do you?
You got him as a baby. Yeah.
I got a new nickname for my cat, Mucky Mukbang.
Yeah.
What? Mucky Mukbang?
Do you know what mukbang is?
Well, you'll tell me.
I won't.
I'll look it up.
You got to Google it.
My kids have got a doll called Baby David because he looks like David Jason.
Oh.
But David Jason is an old man.
Rodney.
This baby is an extraordinary looking doll.
I've got an Uncle Albert toy.
Did it hurt getting an Uncle Albert done? Hang on, women can't get an Uncle Albert.
No.
I'm thinking of a Prince Albert.
I got an Uncle Albert at Butlins, like from a grab machine.
That sounds terrifying. Christina, thank you very much for your call.
Bit of yogurt on that should shift.
344 499 1000. Everybody on Twitter, just cool out. Cool out, guys.
Absolute scenes.
It's getting very, very good. People just posting stuff from years ago, from the BBC. You're going to post me stuff from the fake news. Wow. Okay. All right. The mainstream media, the MM. All right, guys, you carry on with that. Let's wait and see if any of the actual gentlemen, wherever they are in the league, Premier Division, whatever that may be, let's see what the actual gentlemen say. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something has got a hold of me tightly, pulling me off daily, nightly. Will it ever stop? Whoa, I don't know. Just gotta go with the bloody flow. It's time for us to sit back. It's Vanilla Ice, mate. It's time for us to sit back. The greatest rapper ever.
What better than Snow?
Snow is street slang for cocaine, Catherine.
No, we'll let your bum down.
We all know, guys, that white rappers are better than us black guys. The black guys stole it from the white guys, as they did with a lot of music. They just stole it from the white guys and made it more powerful. Okay, so
just better.
Stop that. Right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop. We're going to wait for a call to come through. Okay, I just got a feeling, I got a vibe that a call is going to come through that is going to twist the first half of the show. It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been a great first half of the show. Powerful, funny, improvised. Second half could go either way. Could be great. It could be absolute pony.
Could be limp.
All right. I told you not to mention that. You can buy Viagra over the counter now. Can you get it over the counter? You do if you have two of these.
Depends how many you take, yeah.
Talking about, do you get it? Do you? Oh, you're a young man. I wouldn't have thought you needed it. Yes, mate! Destroyed him!
Burn.
destroyed. I bought Viagra. The thing is, right, you can get it over the counter if you take enough. But you have to go in to Boots and go, it's like buying Johnny's in the 80s. I literally, when I bought it, I went and I took some shampoo, T-gel. My body's falling apart. I took T-gel. I took some Nurofen, and I waited until there was no one around. It's like buying jazz mags in the 90s. I'll have
From
these.
Boots?
I'll have these, please. And I can buy Viagra here. Yes, you can. Yeah, get some Viagra. How many do you want? Oh, shitloads. I don't know. Whatever you got. And then it was a man that served me, and then he picked it up and he goes, he did the, how much is the Viagra? Okay. And then you have to answer questions. Why do you want it? So you'd be nice for personal, when was the last time you got an erection?
Wow.
He's asking you all that. I was worried he was going to get me to get it out and show me some porn mags and say you don't need it.
He should buy you a drink first.
Should buy me a drink. I got it because I'm getting older. Everything's kind of all right, but just now and then you just think, little
helping hand.
Little helping hand would be nice, or a big helping hand would be nice. Just think every now and then I'm getting older and stuff. It'd not give you a headache, and here's the thing: your penis and your nose. I'm saying all this on the radio. Your penis and your nose are made of the same material. It's the same thing, right? So what Viagra does is...
Make your nose stand on end?
Excuse me? Excuse me?
There's a reason why...
Excuse me? Play your cowbell for a second. I want some sensitive music while I tell this story. Your penis and your nose are, actually, I think that demeans erectile dysfunction. They're made of it's made of the same thing. So when you get boner, your nose closes as well, because blood is going to you, and you get a bright red nose, like Ronald McDonald says a lot. Was always suspicious of him. And your nose closes up.
Because it's swollen up?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Bit like Pinocchio. Anyway, that's by the by. Let us go to Katya!
New deal or no deal, but no delay. Hashtag get Brexit done. Hashtag leave Oct 31. Hello?
Wow, that was a beautiful performance piece there from someone who should have left this country 3 years ago and is still clinging on like a limpet that British, nay, English fishermen will be scraping off the hulls of their boats as they go out to fish cod that have been stolen by the filthy Spaniards when we leave on October 31st.
Scrubbing British potatoes. I was falling asleep there. I was asleep when I heard you shouting on the radio rude things about stuff. So I don't really have a message for your listeners or something.
Did you hear him doing an impersonation of your rather cruel one?
Kind of, yes. So...
What is the point of this call, please?
Well, you should be apologising.
Show me your papers, please.
You should be apologising.
Show me your papers.
Iain.
Show me your papier.
My papier, bitte. Ja, ich habe...
Let us see your papers. I'm afraid you're going to be kicked out personally by Boris Johnson. He'll be kicking you out, or he will be dead in a ditch. That's not a threat. That's what he said. If he doesn't get Brexit done, he wants to die in a ditch. Unlucky, mate. Here's the thing. He knows that Brexit can't go through, right? He knows it. He knows. We now know that he is going to, when this deal gets rejected, which it always was going to, he is going to apply to have longer. We know that because the Scottish courts have seen the papers, right, saying he's going to do that. But here's the thing. To all the thick people, the Tommy Robinson fans, the James Wales of this world, the listeners of the James Wales show of this world, Boris will look like a hero because he took it to the wire. He tried. Then you get a general election, everybody votes for him, he wins.
Don't do that.
Well, I've just predicted the future.
Don't vote Boris Johnson, people. Don't be silly.
But hang on, you're telling the wrong people. My listeners are sensible.
Well,
it's all the other listeners to Talk Radio.
Yeah, exactly. The other ones I wake up to in the morning.
You wake two of them up in the morning. You're sleeping with two listeners from Talk Radio. Let me guess. I'm going to say Alistair and Chris from Port Talbot. Am I right?
Because I fall asleep to you sometimes.
Oh.
And wake up to Julia. It's a very big shock in the morning.
Big shark in the morning. Very big shark. The biggest shark in the morning.
Oh, God. So, yes, so them listeners... From
if you had to, Katya...
Yes.
If you had to, could you inject yourself?
If I had to...
Yeah. Have you ever had to?
I would. If I really had to, like if I was under duress or
Have you ever had to?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. How come when I go to the doctors, they inject me in the vein in the arm? But some injections they do in the bum. Just like they just jab it in the bum. What is the difference?
I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
Me neither.
Hit the cowbell, Sam! Hit the cowbell!
I don't know. Isn't that usually for, I don't know.
Dirty gets.
No,
that's for the second date.
That's not for grown-ups, is it?
Bum. Do you have a sexy bum, Ian? Because that's probably why they want to...
Say that again. Say that again.
Do you have a sexy bum? Because...
I have a very sexy bum.
Maybe that's why they want to inject you.
Yeah, could be. It could be. Does it? But surely, if you get a needle and you put it anywhere in the body, it will enter your bloodstream. Whether it's a vein, a bum, anything, it will enter your body, wouldn't it?
But your fleshy parts are less painful, aren't they? So that's why I think sometimes if you've got someone who's, I'm not casting aspersions, Ian, but someone who's a little bit of a wuss. They might do your bum.
I had an invitation from a tattoo artist to go and get my nip pierced.
Why?
Sorry?
Exactly.
Why?
I mean,
because it would drive the magnet fans wild. As you were doing a rabbit hole, and you see people with magnets trying to get it to flap up. He invited me to a thing, but here's the thing. He said we're not allowed since 2000. He said tattooists are not allowed to numb you anymore.
What?
So
it's not. It's a lie.
It's a lie.
That's not true.
No, but chemically they're not allowed to. I think they can like
with a spray.
They can. They can't. Well, Katya, are you going to contribute anything useful to this conversation about tattoos and piercings?
Is it because I was asleep? You woke me up. I'm just saying stuff.
I was asleep. You woke me up. I'm just saying stuff.
Yeah, that's how it works, is it?
I tell you what, Katya. I tell you what. Okay. Do me a favour. Say hello to my good friend Rory.
Hello, Rory.
Hello, Katya. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine and dandy. And you?
I'm good, yeah. I've got sore liver and sore lungs, but otherwise fine and dandy.
You have what so long?
I have sore lungs and sore liver.
Sore lungs?
Lungs, yes. Breathing difficulties.
Oh my God, why?
Yeah, I think it's from vaping.
Vaping?
You're a cocaine addict.
Eh?
No.
So, well, you should maybe go back to cigarettes.
I don't think so.
No?
Oh, really? Why do you smoke?
No.
Do you vape?
No.
Okay. So would you recommend cigarettes?
Well, because you're going backwards, surely. Maybe it's better because it seems like everyone's doing that, going backwards. So,
Really? The people, people that are going from vaping to cigarettes?
well, I imagine if it doesn't, the vaping is hurting your lungs, surely cigarettes must be the right way to go, I guess.
Yeah. That's just the nature of addiction, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, good. I'm sorry about your lungs. I'm sorry I can't be of any help.
No, that was good. That was good advice. I'm going to go and buy some fags.
You're going to, yes, get back addicted to the fags. Yes.
Back on the fags.
You have a sexy bum.
Oh, thank you very much.
In your boot?
It's better clothed than unclothed, though.
You have a sexy bum. In your boot?
There was a bum on Gogglebox tonight. I was eating my dinner, and it sort of put me off my dinner.
What have you watched on the Gogglebox?
Gogglebox. Man and the woman. The man and the woman from Wales, they're my favourite.
A man was eating a whale. What?
People who can't understand each other. The man and the woman from Wales, the country Wales.
Okay, yes, I understand.
The Welsh people. Where are you from, Katia?
I'm from Belgium, but it doesn't matter really. Don't care about Belgium,
Oh, I was in Belgium in 1995 in Leuven.
In Leuven is not far from where I used to live, so it's a bit of a dump, really.
Oh, I thought it was quite nice. I stayed in Irish college, and I went off for the day to Brussels on my own.
You did what?
I went off for the day to Brussels on my own.
How to Brussels? I thought you said to a Brussels. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry you're tired. I was sleeping.
That's not me. That's
yeah. I wasn't meant to call the show. Oh. Okay. Well, bless you, and good cigarette thing, smoking.
Yeah.
Yes. Bye.
What are you doing tomorrow? No,
Bye, Rory. Take care.
Okay, bye, Katia. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Was that good?
Was it good?
I'm not sure. I don't think it was. Was it good?
Good in a way, yeah. It was good because it was nice to talk to her.
I suppose so.
How's
it going anyway?
Wonderful. Are you vaping as well?
Am I what? A victim? Of course I'm a victim. We're all victims, aren't we?
Victims? What are you a victim of?
Life.
Life? Yeah. I think I'm a victim of understanding people, my accent.
Of course I understand your accent.
James, watch your language, for goodness sakes.
Hey?
James, watch your language.
I didn't swear. What are you talking about, Willis?
I think you swore.
Yeah, I heard it.
Did you hear a swear, Rory?
No, I didn't know what I was changing from phone to ear to phone.
Ah, well, that might be. Well, that was fun, Rory. Thanks for your call.
Thank you.
This is Talk Radio.
Whispering lunar incantations for cross-parents, cross-dressers.
Did you know this about me?
And cross-rail workers.
Steel and polycarbonate.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
Switchboard's empty. Give us a call, 03444991000. Is the telephone number, 11:45. Nearly the weekend, nearly the freaking weekend. I'm going magnet fishing tomorrow. You coming? You going to bring the kids?
Yeah, probably.
Bring the kids. Bring the kids. I'll take my boys. Bring your girls. Going to go magnet fishing. I'm secretly hoping for a gun, even though I'm telling the boys I hope we don't get a gun, but gun would be wicked. It would be wicked. It would be wicked.
I quite fancy like an army jeep or something.
I don't think we get a jeep. I don't think anything as big as that. But, we're gonna do it. What do you do, right? You just drop the magnet, it's on a rope. So you just drop it in to the bottom, I guess, and then just like waggle it about. Do you waggle it about, or do you just drop it in and pull it and then move across a bit?
I imagine, yeah, the latter. You wait for it to go clunk.
Should be a laugh. Should be a right old laugh. Oh dear. Tired. I'm feeling very weird at the moment. Feeling very weird. I've booked a week off in a couple of weeks just because my head I'm having a little blip in terms of like mental health stuff. I'm just having a blip, and it's been a blip for maybe a couple of weeks, and I can't quite get out of the blip. I think it's partly the weather. I think it's partly seasonal. Do those light boxes work for seasonal affective disorder, or is it like homeopathy, where some people go, yeah, of course it works, and others go, well, no, it's rubbish. Do they work?
I've never used one. I've been tempted in the past because when it gets this time of year, it can get a little bit miserable, can't it?
All you do is you just put your head in a box of light.
See,
that doesn't sound
here's the thing. The only person I know that used one was a knobhead. So...
Was it?
Yeah.
All right, okay, he's a bellend, yeah. Okay.
But that doesn't mean... I don't think the box made him that.
No, okay, alright, okay, you're saying he was a knobhead before...
I suspect he was, yeah.
The box, okay. If anyone's ever used a light box, because I think it is seasonal, this light, when the light changes sort of mid-September through November, it really makes me very, very uncomfortable. It makes me, the best way I can describe it is, it makes me reminiscent for something that I can't quite put my finger on. I don't know if it is literally anything, but it just makes me reminiscent, nostalgic. It makes me, it kind of takes me back in time to I do not know what, and I just start feeling very sad. And, well, more than sad, depressed. So it's partly that, it's partly because we're approaching Christmas. I don't really know what it is, but so the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I've mentioned it a couple of times on here and on Twitter and stuff, I've just started to go down, and I can't quite shake it. And so last night when I got home, I was telling you about it, last night when I got home, you've got a week off in October, and so I just thought, right, I'm going to take that week off as well. They get Christo in, I don't care. So I'm going to take the week off. I'm probably not going to go away. I'm probably just going to sit at home and read and watch movies. I think that's what I need to do. Sit at home. We're going to see Cher anyway on the Monday.
Yes.
We're going to see Cher. But then I think I'm just going to sit at home, read, watch films, play Grand Theft Auto.
Relax.
Relaxez-vous.
Right. And here's the other thing with you.
Oh.
Don't feel like you've got to fill your time. I know that you sometimes feel like you've wasted a day if you've not produced anything.
Be still.
Allow yourself to relax, because otherwise you're going to be playing catch up forever.
I'm water.
Yeah.
I'm water. I'm water. I react to the movement inside of me. Someone puts something in me, someone puts their fist in me, or a stick in me, or so something enters me, I react to it.
Why would that happen?
Like water. I'm water. Not literally
Oh,
in
right,
me.
okay, yeah, I was thinking that's a weird week.
But if a man, just jumps in me, or a man, like, tosses another man off into me, I react. Like water. But so I've been struggling a little bit with that. And here's the thing that I need to share, and I've shared it a couple of times on the Twitch. By the way, Sunday night, I've got the boys this weekend, so no Twitch this weekend. Sunday night, I'm either going to go and see the Joker, or I'm going to be streaming Grand Theft Auto. GTA V. Guitav, as I'm calling it. So I'm either going to go and see the Joker or stream some Guitav. But here's the thing, right? The hour before the show, and I love this job. I love this job. Finding it really exhausting at the moment, because we come in, and we very rarely have anything planned. Very rarely have anything planned. It's improvised. It's a 15 hours of improvised comedy, drama, theatre that we do every night, every week. And that's it. I know it's not a proper job, and you've got like proper jobs. We've got people that drive taxis and drive trucks and build walls and all that kind of stuff. But 3 hours of like focused. There's no off time. Focused mental, psychic energies. They're very draining. So the hour before the show, I'm finding myself getting, and I don't quite know what the word is. It's not stage fright. It's not stage fright. It's not depressed. It's stressed. There is a low level, and it increases over the hour, and it increases from week to week. But there is a low level fear about doing the show, which is it's like the last month, 6 weeks. I'm not sat there crying, oh my God, I can't go in, or sitting there panicking. I've only told you about it recently because it's getting bigger and bigger, and so I want to share it to get it out. It's just this low level fear or dread, more of a dread, low level dread about coming in and doing the show, and the fear thinking, what if I can't do it tonight? What if I can't do it tonight? Obviously some shows are better than others, and I think we have a pretty high hit rate here, and I don't want to disappear too much up our own fundament. I think that we've managed to drag the show back from the kind of very hardcore depression and misery that we were doing maybe 6-8 months ago, and it's a funny show again. But I just have this kind of dread. So I'm hoping that by taking a week off, not listening to the radio, not reading any news stories, not, doing a bit of streaming maybe, but only if I feel like it, that will kind of re-energise me a little bit, I think. Don't know.
This hour, the hour before the show, is it an anxiety thing?
Maybe. I mean, what we normally do before the show is, well, normally we've got a few stories written down and we kind of know what we might be talking about. And then we watch Naked Attraction, or tonight we were watching Tim and Eric, or we watch something. So it's all right. But it's just been getting harder and harder that hour to kind of stay focused, and I'm starting to get a little bit fidgety. I've also got a cold coming, because I can feel I've got a sore throat. So I'm run down. I've got a cold coming. I've been getting like a headache and stuff. So there's a physical element to it as well, but it's just something. Anyway, I'm putting it out there just so you know, dear listener. Maybe some of you can identify with some of that stuff, or maybe none of you can. I'm sure some of you can. I'm sure some of you will. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Debbie. Good evening, Debbie.
Hello.
Hello, Debbie. What have you got for us tonight?
Right, okay. I come home from work tonight.
Yes.
There's a guy, he lives around the corner from me, and he's always falling over.
Oh, dear.
72 years old.
Yep.
He's got a little walking stick. He's probably got other issues, I don't know. But basically tonight, for probably like the 6th time tonight, I've gone out and helped him get up.
Yep.
Me and another neighbour, we've got him up. Then I said, do you want me to walk you home? And he said, no, I'll be fine. So I watched him out the window.
Fell over again.
And he fell back straight on his head.
Ah, poor bloke.
Okay.
Poor bloke, go on.
So
poor
anyway,
you as well.
I phoned the ambulance straight away, 999, because I didn't want him to move, because, he really did smash his head.
Yeah.
There was no blood, but he smashed his head. So 2 hours later, still no ambulance. It's peeing rain, right? So we've got an umbrella over him, a big, large umbrella. We've got blankets around him, everything. And they said, don't move him, don't let him drink, don't let him do anything. 2 hours later, still no ambulance. Right? So then a neighbour was going by, and I said, can you phone the ambulance again, please? Because the reception on my mobile's not very good, because we live out in Cotford St Luke.
Okay.
So he phoned for he phoned again and said, what's going on? And they said, if he's not deteriorating, let him go,
Forget it.
If he's not got ill from falling over and lying on a damp pavement for 2 hours, then send him on his way.
Yeah. So then, in the end, this poor guy, he even actually weed himself.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was degrading.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is going on here? 2 hours? A 72-year-old man.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
And then I get this message on my mobile phone saying, Okay, we'll be with you as soon as we can. But then this neighbour had said they'd phoned him and said that they're not coming. And it's like, you know, you got this contrast of... So basically, he's got up, because I said, I'm sorry, I can't help you get up. I can't help you. They've told me not to move you. So he's got up on his own. Well, 2 men did help him, actually. But I refused to help him. I said, no, you need to lie there.
Mm.
And they've put him in his flat, and now I'm worried sick that he's not okay.
Yeah, you must be worried sick.
Yeah, I am.
It's too late to go around there now. Isn't it? Is it? Is it? Is it, though?
It's nearly midnight.
It's nearly midnight. I suppose it is, isn't it? Because if he has settled down in bed and he's, you know, but then supposing he has got concussion or something.
Exactly. And the trouble is, he's not... I must admit, I've helped him get up before.
Yeah.
Honestly, about half a dozen times.
I was here...
But it's the social services that are letting him down.
Yeah, it is. It is. My mum, when she was still living at home, used to fall over a lot more than I knew about. And we had with a guy opposite her was like the sort of point of contact. She had one of those alarms. If she fell over, she could press it, and then the people on the end of the alarm would phone this guy up.
I don't think he's got any of that.
Well, that's what he needs. That's what he needs.
But he would have to say that, and it sounds to me like he's the sort of person who doesn't want a lot of fuss.
He wouldn't have to say that. He wouldn't have to say that. Here's the thing with the situation changed for my mum. When I was told I had to put mum in a care home, was when the ambulance service refused to go round there anymore, because they'd been round there. There was 1 week they went round 5 times in a week, and they said, we can't go round there anymore just to pick her up off the floor.
He got really funny as well, because, you know, he said, I really need to go toilet, I need to go toilet, I need to get up. And we said, no, my lovely, you've got to lie here, because, you know, you've really banged your head.
Was there blood? Was there any blood? I mean, that doesn't always mean...
No, there was no blood. No. But it doesn't matter if there's no blood.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. After...
concussion.
It doesn't. It sounds like you did exactly the right thing. Someone else in that situation may have done it slightly differently.
But then he ends up peeing in the garden of somebody else's neighbour.
Oh, that don't matter. That don't matter.
It was degrading for him.
Yeah, but we've all peed in someone's garden. I mean, well, I wouldn't worry too much about...
No, not in public, you know, like...
Yeah, but in the great scheme of things, an old bloke having a slash in the garden is not...
No, but he was lying down.
Right.
He was lying down, so we put a bloody blanket there for him.
Right.
The poor man. You know, it's not right.
No, it isn't right.
What is going on?
Well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can extrapolate the whole system is collapsing, but that's...
It is.
Well, no, I don't think it is. That situation sounds horrible and is terrible, but I don't think you can extrapolate from that the whole 999 blue light service is collapsing.
Really?
Because I've had nothing but excellent service.
Well, 18 months ago I broke my hip. Okay.
Debbie, you can give us another example of it not working for you. But you can, I genuinely, I don't want to have a go, but I don't think you can extrapolate from 2 instances that the whole ambulance service...
It took 5 hours for them to
which
come to me.
is terrible. It's terrible.
5 hours.
Was your life at risk?
Well, I had a heart attack a year and a half before that.
Okay, but was your life at risk when you broke your hip?
Well, they actually, when they turned up, the ambulance turned up, they said... Come on, stand up, and I'm going, I can't. I wasn't allowed to take any painkillers or nothing, so for 5 hours, you wouldn't do that to a dog.
Okay, so
you wouldn't leave a dog in that pain,
okay,
would you?
so I'm getting what I'm getting is that you have personal...
I have personal, and now tonight, when I've seen that poor guy...
Yeah, but you can't, Debbie, you can't extrapolate from those 2 things that the whole ambulance service is falling apart.
It is. It is. Okay. They're stretched.
They are stretched. They are stretched.
They are super when they can turn up.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're stretched,
they are stretched. Yes.
So what do we need to do about it? Because they are stretched, and it must be frustration for them.
Yeah, it must be.
To not be able to do anything.
Okay. What would you like to do?
What would I like to do?
Because you know the question you've just asked me has no answer.
I want it to be back to how it was maybe 10 years ago.
Okay.
And what's gone wrong? And why are we now suffering, the way we are? We've all
But you go back, if you go back 10 years ago, if you go back 10 years ago, you'll still hear you'll still hear people saying, well, I waited for 3 hours for an ambulance for my nan. You'll still hear those same stories.
No, not like it is now.
Yeah, no, Debbie, you would. No. No, you can disagree with me, but I'm right, you would. You've had 2 really bad experiences. I'm really, really sorry. I've had nothing but excellent experiences with...
I've had excellent experiences in the past as well.
Okay, Debbie.
Many years ago.
Okay, I've had excellent experiences within the last 12 months. So you cannot... You've had you've had a really upsetting experience today, and you've handled it...
Where about in the country do you live?
That's kind of irrelevant.
Well, maybe it isn't.
Okay, all right, Debbie. One of the ambulance calls was not where I lived, so...
I mean,
so
Devon is fantastic.
Okay,
but
all right.
No, Somerset, no. I'm finding it really... And tonight, that poor bloke lying there on the ground, getting soaking wet. And
I would have, if I don't want to be critical, but if I'd been with an old guy and it was pissing down with rain, and after 45 minutes the ambulance hadn't come, I would have taken him home.
No, because they told us not to move him.
I would have taken him home. And that was a call that you made. Well, Debbie, sometimes we have to. There's not laws. There's not a law that says you have to do what the person on the 999 call says. There's not a law.
But if we
there's not a law.
Cause more damage to him.
Yeah, but that's the call you made. And I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying I would have played it differently. If it was chucking it down after 45 minutes, I would have taken him home. I think you've had a very stressful day. I don't think you can extrapolate that the entire ambulance service is collapsing. Of course, it could do with more people, it could do with more money, it could do with more vehicles, it could do with more paramedics. They are stretched and they are pushed. And I'm really sorry that you went through that today, and I really hope that old man's all right, and I hope that you're okay as well.
I'm fine, but I just hope he's okay.
So do I.
He's gone,
Okay.
He's gone into his house, but, at the end of the day...
Well, give him a knock tomorrow morning at a decent time and see if he's alright.
That sounds really patronising.
Well, I'm sorry you interpret it like that, because it's not meant to be patronising.
But they said they would be there, and they weren't there.
And they weren't. Okay, well, you can launch an official complaint about that if you'd like. All you can do now is you can either go around there now, and it's 4 minutes past midnight and we're late for the news, or you can go around there in the morning and see that he's all right.
No.
Okay, or don't. It's up to you. But well done for what you did.
You are... I find you quite cold, actually.
Okay, Debbie. Well, thanks. Thanks very much.
I don't think you really understand, do you?
Okay, Debbie. Thanks very much for your call. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Take a far-out trip into the twilight zone of late-night radio with Iain.
Unmissable late-night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I'm going to read out a WhatsApp message I've had from someone. I'm not going to name them.
Right.
Great documentary about Joan Armour trading on the BBC iPlayer. Love a bit of Joan Armour trading. I don't know that much. Drop the Pilot is a great song. The only album I really know is the one that's called Joan Armour Trading. It's got like a sort of orangey cover. It's great. I am not in love. Do you know that song?
I'm open to persuasion.
Oh, Water into Wine. It's a great album. Great album. Really good documentary. This is a casually racist message I've had.
Oh no, really?
It turns out that my husband, this husband watched, I was told by this person that her husband had watched the Joan Armour trading documentary, and this person didn't find it very interesting, but her husband really enjoyed it.
Right.
It turns out that my husband thought Joan Armour Trading and Tracy Chapman were the same person. He's trying to walk it back, but it's not looking good.
Oh dear.
I will not say the name of that person, but Joan Armour-Trading and Tracy Chapman were the same, but with what? There's only one black female singer-songwriter. That is the world we're living in. That's why I voted Brexit.
Gosh.
That is why I voted Brexit.
Imagine finding out, I don't know how long into a marriage, but I'm suggesting that...
I think it's about 15 years.
Right, imagine finding that out.
Yeah. That's really interesting call, that. I suspect that, the woman, I've forgotten her name. Debbie. Wasn't being patronising at all in my suggestion, go and check on the guy tomorrow. Wasn't being patronising at all. I suspect that it's a stressful thing, helping someone in that situation, being out in the rain for 2 hours. It's a very stressful thing, so there could be something there. I suspect that maybe she wanted me to go off in a kind of bit of a tub thumping type scenario. I mean, there are so many reasons why that guy could have been left there. Maybe he was a regular caller. Maybe he was known. Friday night, a couple of people have pointed out on Twitter, Friday night, prime time for the ambulance service, when all the emergency services are pushed to the limit.
Well, they have to make decisions like going to see him, or a choking baby, or someone who's been involved in a terrible car accident. And unfortunately, the priorities have to be pretty cold, don't they?
But Debbie, I please don't. I wasn't patronising, and it certainly wasn't my case. Whoever has put this up online, could you take this down immediately, please?
I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
Someone has put this online.
I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
On Twitter.
I haven't had one in the bum for
I've just
ages.
retweeted it so you can see it.
I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
Whoever has done that.
I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
I'm cool with it.
I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
Oh, like a little advert.
I haven't had
it's like one of those
in the bum for
beacons
ages.
that they just put out.
I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
Okay, well, at Flipping
I haven't
Cat,
had
if
one
you
in
can
the bum
help
for ages.
with that situation.
I've not had one in the bum for ages. I've not needed one. Ages. I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
I'm gonna have that as my ringtone.
I haven't had one in the bum for ages. I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
Ringtone. So there's a pun there and I didn't realise it. I mean, not a great pun.
Oh!
Ring like bumhole.
Oh!
Who gave him sound effects?
Oh, you're talking about, the tradesman's. Gosh, I didn't realise it could be misconstrued quite that much. I haven't had one in the bum for ages.
Des, when did you... No. Des, what can we do for you tonight, sir?
Hello, sir. I just wanted to say I think you're the cultural antennae of these times. And
I don't know what that means, but thank you. I think...
It's good.
It's a good one, is it? Okay, thank you. Then I'll take it. If it's good, I will take it.
You mentioned about you were feeling the sort of feelings in the stomach, sort of worry before a show.
Yeah, the hour before the show, I'm starting to dread it.
I work in the care profession myself.
Okay.
I understand what that lady, I think Debbie was her name, she's frustrated.
Yeah.
A lot of services now are they're rationed, aren't they? Effectively, like the ambulances, NHS. I used to work for the NHS anyway, so I know a bit more. But I'm not going to talk about all that anyway. But
okay.
It's frustration that builds up, and as you said, there may be reasons that guy may be a regular caller. He may have abused I mean, you do get people who have issues and get violent.
Yeah.
I mean, when people have help, and sometimes they're flagged up sometimes, if they're...
Of course. My mum, not for being abusive, but towards the end of when she was living in her own house, she was flagged up as not being a priority because she would press her alarm button and the alarm people did what they had to do, or the carers that went round, they weren't allowed to pick her up, would call the ambulance. And the ambulance service is not to go around and pick up old ladies with MS and put them back in their chairs, and that's what they were doing. And you're right, they prioritise, they have to. We just don't know enough about that situation, do we, really?
No.
But well done, Debbie, for helping, and that we should all have neighbours like that would get involved.
Yes. definitely. But I would also say that I think the NHS needs more support, and instead of spending money on wars and the B word and all this rubbish, maybe they should be thinking about other things.
Mate,
but I'm not going to.
Well, no, but I mean, how can you, Brexit, HS2, all this stuff, and you think, come on, man, who cares? It's all about creating jobs. Really? How about keeping people alive? I know it's a slightly sixth form politics naivety, but it's hard to argue in favour of something like HS2. Anyway.
Yeah. But back to you. You
yes,
need
Des.
to get some rest, brother.
Thank
you need to get some rest. Enjoy your week. I'm going to try and see this Joker film as well,
Yeah. I've heard it's quite good. I've heard it's very violent.
Oh, well.
I don't know what that noise means. My brain does not compute it. How are you, Des? You sound like a wise soul.
I'm okay. I'm getting by. Do my job. I work. I try and do my job and help people, and that's
we can ask for, isn't it?
Looking for love. You know what I mean? And I'm not pointing to you looking for love. Not you personally, but. Although I know you found love in different ways.
In different ways, yes. Sometimes in inappropriate ways. But yes, no, I'm very happy at the moment, and I'm having a great time. And I hope you find the same, Des. I hope you find the person that is out there for you.
Thank you. And keep your psychic aura free. Don't let all these negativities.
It's Catherine.
Around you.
Catherine is the negativity around me, brother.
No, she's lovely.
She is lovely.
You, Des.
Hey, Des, nice to talk to you, mate. Des, are you in Hull?
I am. Yes.
Have you been to Wings?
Wings. Why do you mention that?
Because me and Kath went to Hull about 5 years ago, and we went to Wings, and we still talk about it. We talk about possibly going back to Hull just to go and eat in Wings. Describe it, Katherine, for those who don't know it.
You have to pay before you see the food, right? So it's like queuing up for Alton Towers or something, right? You're upstairs behind a rope and you have to pay.
Yeah, that was weird. We pay now. We've not seen the menu. No, you pay now.
And then you go downstairs and it's like a cruise ship buffet. Like, you got foods from around the world. And it's the only restaurant I've ever been to that's had security for the, spare ribs and the...
You can also, there's like 200 different stations of food, right?
Yeah.
But there's also, you can buy one of those Cokes where you can go and refill it as much as you want. And we're in the queue for that. And a couple behind us heard us say, well, I'll tell you what, Kath, I'll get this and then you can do it. And they tapped us on the shoulder and went, no, you can't. You see those security guards? Well, last time we were here, we did that. They saw us and we got chucked out for sharing the refillable. So, have you been there, Des?
I haven't been there personally, but I've heard of it. It's multiculturalism, up, lad.
Oh, mate.
Multiculturalism.
But you go all around the world in 25 minutes. And the food's all right.
It is.
The food's good.
It is. But there's this air of tension that just adds to it. It's like, do you remember when you were a kid and there was always that mean dinner lady?
Yeah.
That
was everyone
kind of
that works there.
Strolling around and making sure everyone was eating as they should. It felt like that. It was a tantalising atmosphere.
Des, I tell you what, next time me and Kath come to Hull, if we do a show or something, and last time we were there, we were winning awards, then we will take you to Wings, our treat.
Oh, thank you. I may take you up on that.
Nice one, mate.
But we will not be sharing the never-ending cola.
Nice to talk to you, Des. Thanks very much for your call.
Thank you. All
Cheers,
the best.
mate. Bye-bye. What a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. What a nice guy. Wings was amazing, honestly. And the food was good.
Yeah.
It was really good food. And you'd have a bit of curry next to a bit of Chinese, next to some, mushy peas, next to a bit of spaghetti, all on the same plate.
The pudding section.
Oh, my God!
Every cake you could ever dream of. And there were Haribos you could sprinkle on top.
There was ice cream and you could put stuff on top. Yes. Oh, man alive. It was, but it's that thing we were wandering around looking for something to eat, and I think we fancied a Chinese. I think that's what we Googled on our phone.
Yeah.
And I said, Wings, that sounds Chinese. We went to one place and it was full. So that sounds Chinese. So we went to it and we walked in and I went, well, this is weird. And we said, the table for two, please. All right, that'll be, and we got to pay now. Yeah. how does this work? You pay now, then you can eat as much as you want. And me and Kath are like, this is weird, but this could also be the best adventure we've ever had in our lives. It was great.
It was like a fever dream.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, look, Krista says, I've just moved to Hull. Rabbit hole at Wings. I don't think we could do it in Wings because we'd be too busy stuffing our face. But Krista, you have to go, and if you can call us from there, then please do. God, we should get sponsored by that place, man. James Wells getting sponsored by like all these fancy stuff. Let's get sponsored by Wings. 0344 499 1000. Last 40 minutes of the week for us. I think Kellner's back tonight. This is the Late Night Alternative. Iain, Katherine, Sam on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. I've had a few stories open on my computer for weeks. Should we go through a couple of them?
Yeah, go on.
I don't know if they're any good. Okay, this is this is from the 28th of August. I've had this open. Simple way to get 35 days off work next year using just 15 days annual leave. Do you know about this?
Is this like working your way around the bank holidays and stuff?
If 2019 has left you feeling drained from all the political drama and like you need to get away for a bumper holiday, then we might have the perfect solution for you. That's because it turns out there's an easy way for you to add 10 days onto your annual leave entitlement. In the UK, we are given an average of 25 days off work each year, not including weekends and bank holidays. But in 2020, you could enjoy 35 days off without going over your original annual leave. According to the Evening Standard, even though this is in the Mirror, all you have to do is be very selective about the days you choose to book off. Here's a look at which ones you should go for. Around the Easter weekend, you should aim to book off April the 14th, 15th, 16th and 17th. Let me have a look. I've got a diary for 2020.
I ordered mine today.
We're booking a little tour for next year. Got our first date, Sunday, June the 14th, we're playing Brighton. Going to be doing one a month. Glasgow, Brighton, Bath, London, Luton, Cardiff, Birmingham, Manchester. We are coming to all of you. Dates will be announced let me just go through again, that's right. Birmingham and Cardiff, we're coming to you at some point next year. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. So it says take off April the 14th, 15th, so that's Tuesday through to the Friday. Easter falls on April the 12th. So if you take off the 4 days after the Easter Monday, you'll find yourself on a 10-day break. How does that work?
Well, that's assuming you don't have to work bank holidays.
You find yourself on a 10-day break? Oh, because Good Friday. So Good Friday, okay, so Good Friday, you go and get Good Friday through to Happy Monday, then you get those days off. Does anyone have a job where that happens anymore? Does anyone have a job? Here's a question for you, dear listener. Does anyone have a lunch break anymore, or tea breaks? When I used to work at B-Jams, which then became Iceland, and I started working there when I was 15, so that was 88, and I worked there for maybe about 3 years. It was Friday nights and all day Saturday. All the staff were very adamant about the lunch hour and the 2 15-minute tea breaks that you would get. I was very happy to work through the lunch hour and leave an hour early. So we'll take your lunch break now and leave the lunch break as late as I could. If you left it until 2, you start work at 8, then you leave it until 2, then you got 2 till 3, and you finish at 5:30. So then you've only got 2.5 hours left.
Yeah.
Also at that point, they would start getting busy, and you go, actually, Mr. Campbell, can I'm happy to work through my lunch break if I can go an hour early. Beautiful. Beautiful.
When I worked in a shop, they made us take our breaks.
Really?
And I'd be sitting upstairs in a really boring office, eating a crappy sandwich, thinking, I'd rather just crack on and go home.
Yeah. Similarly, you can also pick up a 9-day holiday if you book off the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday after any other bank holiday weekend in the year. So you were right. You were right. But the best time to maximise your holiday has to be at Christmas, where you can get 2 weeks and 3 weekends off work if you play your cards right. Let's find out how. In order to book this time off, you'll need to use 7 days of annual leave. Christmas next year falls on a Friday, and while Boxing Day is on the Saturday, it's officially going to be observed on the following Monday. It wasn't really worth keeping that story. I normally only take a week off at Christmas. I think the last Christmas I took 2 weeks off. I feel bad taking time off work. First of all, me and Kath, we don't work, we don't get paid. We don't have paid holiday. So if we don't work, we don't get paid. So the shows when we weren't in because of Brexit, we didn't get paid. It is cool. We're taking a day off in a couple of weeks to go and see, Mark Lewison, the Beatles expert, to talk about the Beatles. And then we've got the week after that. Won't get paid. That's alright. But it then just means that a holiday is doubly expensive because you're not earning and you're then paying for the holiday. Poor us. We do alright. But Christmas, I don't really know what to do with Christmas this year, because I always think, well, I might as well work, really, apart from, so Christmas is on a Friday. So Christmas Eve is on a Thursday. Don't know if we're doing a New Year's Eve show.
No. We should have that combo.
I would like to do it, if you'd like to do it.
I don't mind doing it. I hate New Year.
I hate it. Well, let me just text the boss. Are we doing New Year's Eve this year? I would be surprised if you said no. Because no one else wants to do it. We don't get paid double time or anything. You get a little, do you get a little...
Occasionally, yeah.
For New Year's?
Yeah.
I don't. But I just like doing it. Because I don't like New Year's Eve. I'd be in bed, asleep. I'm not going to go to a party, so I might as well come in and get paid and do a really ill-prepared show than spend 3 hours trying to get home.
Well, yes, there is that. Oh, yeah, there is that.
But
we also do a show because not everyone likes New Year's.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's the reason.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Thank you, Catherine. Well done.
No, but it's quite nice to have an alternative.
Yeah. I tell you what, we'll do a little break, then we're going to speak to Susan, then we could be speaking to you, dear listener. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative. Ian, Kath and Sam, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The late night alternative with Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
Richard has tweeted, based solely on your discussion about wings, I shall be taking my wife for a romantic meal. Oh, you're going to a different restaurant then, are you? This is the type of recommendation the whole country needs. Mate, go, enjoy it. Romantic is not the word. Let us know. Call us or tweet us when you've been and let us know how it goes.
You might be that sort of couple that gets off on the tension. JJ Frog says, I've saved all my leave for this year and I'm currently enjoying 7 weeks off in one hit. It's bliss. Well, I get bored with time off.
So, I want to be rich enough to not have to work again. I could do it.
No, I'd have to do something.
Sam, do you reckon you could do it?
Yeah, house dad, dream job.
Yeah, beautiful. You see, he's in. I could do it.
House dad, right, okay. He's a man who's never had maternity leave.
It's quite hard work. Just forget the kids.
Yeah.
Forget the kids.
If you're doing it that way, it's an easy job.
Let's say win the lottery, there we go.
Let's get a groove going, let's just jam.
Hang on.
Making love in the afternoon with Cecilia up in my bedroom. Great jamming. I love it. I love jamming with you guys. Thanks. Let's go to Susan. Good evening, Susan.
Oh dear, you're as mad as a box of frogs tonight, you lot.
What can we do for you?
I'd just like to say, when you said you had that funny feeling in your tummy, Ian, was it just this week or has it been going on for a few weeks?
I did say it's been going on for quite a while.
Yeah, okay, no, I missed that bit. Because if I don't know what you define as quite a while, but these past couple of weeks we've had a lot of change in the atmosphere. We're on the tail end of another hurricane, so it could be the weather condition.
No, it's not the weather. It's more spiritual than that.
Well, it's certainly a bit odd.
I'm telling you, it's not the weather. It's more spiritual than that.
Well, so you know what's causing it, do you?
I know that the weather is definitely not causing it.
Okay. So do you know what is causing it?
No, I don't.
Right. So, I'm wondering, because I've had a jippy tummy for 2 weeks, and I've been really weird today. I've sent some strange text messages to my gentleman friend.
I don't believe you have a gentleman friend.
He's from Barbados. He's lovely.
I don't think you have a gentleman friend.
I do.
Okay, I don't believe that story.
This is a different
Why?
story. This one's from Barbados.
I don't believe it.
Why? What makes you disbelieve it when I'm telling you I have? What makes you disbelieve I have? Why?
I don't believe your stories.
Look, do you want a photograph of him?
No.
I'll send you one.
I don't want one. I remember you were going to send us a photograph of you, and that never arrived. So I don't believe that. I don't believe you have a camera.
Excuse me. I sent a photograph to somebody in the studio, and they put it on Twitter. James has seen my photo.
Here's the thing: James Wales show, Mike Graham show, which I believe you were kicked off of today. Those shows are completely independent from us.
Excuse me. I wasn't kicked. Who told you I was kicked off the show? I haven't been kicked off the show from Michael Graham. He didn't kick me off. Where'd you get this from?
Okay. What would you like to say, Susan?
Well, I wanted to say several things. I've said a few. There's one other thing. Debbie, I thought I don't think you were patronising to Debbie.
I wasn't. What would you like? Let's not talk about other people that aren't here. Let's not talk about other people that aren't here. What would you like to say? What
I'd like to say
contribution would you like to make?
That I would like to say that I sent some strange text messages to Leroy, and he didn't like it.
Leroy, come on.
Yes.
I don't believe a word of what you're saying.
He's very nice, and he's absolutely sweet.
I'm sure in your mind he's very sweet. I don't believe it.
He's very lovely. I freaked because I've told him about that man I was involved with, that horrible man, and the way he treated me. And if Leroy tries to kiss me or cuddle me, I freeze out.
Bad. Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong. You know that song? It's a great song. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, he's bad. A Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. He's madder than a junkyard dog. I don't believe you, I'm afraid, Susan.
Excuse me, you haven't met that boy.
No, I don't believe you, Susan.
He's lovely. He's a lovely man. I can tell you that now. He's lovely.
Susan, what you're doing is you're just saying stuff. I don't believe any of your stories.
Well, I'm telling you that. Well, why don't you believe them? Give me a reason why you don't believe them.
Because listen, I've been doing this job.
Yeah.
For 20 years.
I met Leroy at the bus stop.
When I was
waiting for my bus, I actually saw him in Tesco Express, and I went up to the bus stop.
I've been doing this job.
I said hello to him, and he put his back
Sorry,
down
you asked me a question.
me.
I thought you wanted an answer. I didn't realise it was a precursor to another monologue.
No. Sorry.
I've been doing this job for 20 years.
Yeah.
And my bullshine detector is excellent. And that sounds like a fake laugh.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture.
I really don't want to see a picture.
With Leroy, and I'm going
to you take a picture of you with a black gentleman, and congratulations.
No, well, it will make you realise that he is.
It won't, Susan. It won't. Listen, I wish you the best of luck. I just don't believe the stories you tell me. That's okay. That's my prerogative.
How do you think I would take my photograph with a black man if it wasn't my boyfriend? Where would I obtain that photo from? If I wasn't sitting...
Do you realise just how ridiculous what you've just said is? How would I take the picture of myself with a black man if he wasn't my boyfriend?
Yeah. Who else would it be? Who else would I be sitting next to?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who you know.
I can't just catch a black boy in the street and say, "Can I take a photo of you? And will you pretend to be my boyfriend?" Can I? Okay. I don't need to.
All right, Susan. Susan. I find you think you're being a little bit aggressive now.
No, I'm not.
So I'm going to say thanks for your call. Goodbye.
No, I'm not.
Well, the south side of Chicago, it's the baddest part And if you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Now Leroy, more than trouble, he stood about 6'4". All the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. All the studs, they call him Sir. And he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong. And meaner than a junkyard dog. Now Leroy, he a gambler. And he liked his fancy clothes. He liked to wave his diamond rings in front of everybody's nose. He got a custom Continental. He got a Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun. He got a razor in his shoe. Yeah, he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong. And he's meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, Friday about a week ago, Leroy's shooting dice. And at the edge of the bar sat a lady named Doris, and she sure looked nice. Well, he laid his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began. And Leroy Brown, he learned a lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man. Yeah, he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong. And meaner than a junkyard dog. He's bad, he's bad, Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. And he's better than old King Kong. Better than a junkyard dog.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Happy birthday, Harrison. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Yes, one of my favourite callers. Good evening, Jerry.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Kat.
Hey, Jerry.
It's Jerry, all the way from California. Always good, just to, because it's getting cold here, it's getting dark, it's getting damp. Always nice just to be touching the edge of California with our fingertips when you call in, Jerry. We just feel we're kind of connecting with somewhere warm and beautiful and sunny while we're in miserable cold Britain.
Yes, and I'm to rub it in. It's about 75 over here.
Oh, Jerry.
Makes me want to puke. You know you make me wanna puke. Get my hands up and puke. How are you doing, Jerry? Is everything all right?
Oh yeah. It's just been a while, and you know, of course, I'm nervous, but I wanted to. I have my brother. Do you remember before when I talked to you that I introduced your show to my brother?
Yes, I can't remember his
remember
name.
His name?
I can't remember his name. I'm going to say Steve.
No.
Sven.
Vince.
Vince.
Vince. Remember Vinny?
Hang on a minute. Steve is close to Vinny.
No, it isn't.
Steve Vince. Steve Vince.
Stevens?
Steve.
That's not a name. Stephen.
Steve Vince. They are very, very similar names. Not like Steve and Bert. Or Chuck and Watunga. Steve and Vince. Stevens, even Stevens.
Wow.
So yeah, I do remember Vince, actually, Jerry. I call him Even Stevens.
Okay. Well, he would like to say hi to you guys. Is that okay?
Let me just run it past the committee. Do we want to talk to this Stephen Stevens? He sounds like
I'm not calling him Stevens.
Okay, let's speak to him. Let's speak to the legend.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you, Jerry.
Hello, Ian and Kat.
Hey man, how you doing, buddy? What is this? You want to go outside now? What you want me to punch? You want a salt beef sandwich? What is this? You want a salt beef sandwich or you want a knuckle sandwich? What do you want, brother?
I'm sorry, he only does aggressive versions of the American accent.
Hey Vince, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good right now. It's baseball playoff time over here in the States, so I'm really excited.
Swing, bada, bada, swing, bada bada swing.
Now you're being racist. I took my boys to New York last year, Vince, and one of the things I decided to do, someone said, "Oh, you've got to take them to a baseball game," and I'd never been. I didn't realise they last for 3 hours, and we went. My God, it was the most fun. It was the most fun I'd had, and I don't like sports, Vince, but we were sat there, and we were sat quite high up. I got quite cheap seats. It was boiling hot, and the boys loved it. It was the New York Mets we went and saw, and the boys loved it, and they got a certificate each because it was their first ever baseball game, and we bought the hats and the hot dogs, and everybody was amazed that there were 3 Brits there, and it was incredible.
We went to see the Augusta Green Jackets when I was staying with my sister. She used to live over there.
Yeah.
And they let the kids run the bases at the end. I've got these amazing pictures.
Oh, wow. It's some experience, man. Who's your team, Vince? I won't have heard of them, but go on.
I'm a local California guy, so I go with the Angels.
Okay, all right.
California Angels. They haven't been doing too well at all.
They've been doing badly. Well,
so you guys were exposed.
When the trade-offs? When's the trade-offs? You gotta get rid of that picture. That guy's a jerk. just wants to hang up now and berate his sister for listening to these idiots in the UK.
So you guys are exposed to that? What's your guys' major sport over there?
Football, soccer. Soccer is it.
Soccer, that's
soccer
right.
And cricket, that's it, you know. And I'm not really into sport, although I just went and watched my 7-year-old play football today, and it was a joy. I love that element of it, but I'm not a big sports kind of fan, so I miss out on a lot of stuff. Do you live, whereabouts, how far away from Jerry do you live, Vince?
About 3 minutes from her. It's really good because we're a close family.
Yeah.
You know,
and
so,
can I ask,
yeah, so
I've never asked Jerry this, are your parents still with us?
Yes, they are, and they're in there. My father just turned 79 October 1st, and my mother's 77, and unfortunately, you know, we have a Down syndrome sister, and she's at home, and they're still caring for her. So it's been rough, but yeah.
Oh, well, good for them.
Yeah.
It must be tough. Obviously, you must all love her very much and love your mum and dad. And it was your dad. Did you say your dad just turned 79 a few days ago?
October 1st, yes.
Well done, man. That's something. We should all live that long. My God. And what do you think, Vince? Because, your sister Jerry, I just said that she's one of my favourite callers. She genuinely is. She doesn't call up very often, but every now and then we might get a little gift package from California. She phones up and checks in. What do you think about your sister phoning up this weird, let's be honest, very unprofessional, shambolic phone-in show in the UK? I mean, that's a bit weird of her, isn't it?
You know, she constantly talks about you guys. She fell in love with you guys, and she said, "Man, I love listening to these guys, and they just know exactly. They touch on subjects that I can deal with, you know, or I know, or I'm familiar with, you know."
Well, we love your sister. She's always she's very generous. Every now and then we'll get a little Christmas card or a little birthday gift, and she's very, very generous. And genuinely, you know, we're in London, and London sounds glamorous. No, it's not. It's a dump. It's London, and it's cold, and it's windy, and we want to be in California. Maybe one day we'll come and do the show from Jerry's house.
That would be so cool.
Wouldn't it be cool?
Well, you know what? That is definitely possible. And my older sister, she even mentioned to her, she said, "Wow, you know, if they come out here, maybe we could try to see if we could get them to stay in at one of the houses."
Oh, man, hang on. Right, now what we need, Vinny, do you know anybody who works for an airline that can get us cheap tickets?
You know what?
No.
I actually do. Renee. So
Renee!
We'd have to speak on later things, and let me talk to her and see what we can do.
This is actually going to happen. And by the way, guys, can I just say, if me and Katherine do go to California and get murdered, to everybody who's hearing this tape being played in the court, it was Vinny what done it. Hey, Vinny, so nice to talk to you, man. Thank you so much. Get us in touch with Renee. Let's see if we can sort something out. I say we did the show from New York, gosh, a couple of years ago now. We went out and did it in New York, and we would look into going to the States this year, and it didn't really happen, but we'd love to. So maybe we can sort something out. I'd be totally up for that, and it'd be really nice to meet you, and it'd be really nice to shake Jerry's hand as well at some point.
Oh, wow, that would be great. She would love that.
I want to meet your parents
I think
as
would have
well.
to bring an ambulance though here because you'd have to pick her up afterwards.
Oh my God. Vince, really nice to talk to you. And Jerry, thank you very much. We'll speak to you later on, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. What a nice family.
Such sweethearts.
What a nice family. Let me just take this call. Hang on a second. Hey, line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Who's this?
It's Sam.
Sam? Sam, it's Sam. For you, Sam.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam, you alright?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, good, Jim?
Yeah, good, cheers. What's new?
Nothing much, Jim.
Yeah, about the same.
Thanks for your call. Thanks for your call, Sam. Really appreciate it.
Oh, I love those chats.
Really informative in what it's like to be a Sam in the 21st century. Vince was great, wasn't he? I love it. Listen, me and Kath are old, right? So if you're like 25, yeah, so whatever, you had a call from America, who cares? Me and Kath are old school, right? When you broadcast to a region, and if you got a call from 10 miles outside of that region, that was like, my God, what are you doing listening to this? This is just for London or wherever. So getting a call from America, it still blows my mind that that's possible.
But also, the content of this show, right?
Yeah,
what time is it there? This is going to be blue as.
What's this rubbish with broadcasting as well? Oh, man alive. Thank you for that. Yeah, let's look at going over there. By the way, Imani Coppola is coming on the show at some point. She has a brand new album. Let me plug it on Monday, earlier in the show. She's got a brand new album. It's digital download. It's called The Protagonist. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from Ipecac. IPECAC is the record label. The Protagonist is brilliant. It's like a proper... The last album, not Black and White, Hypocrites, I would say was challenging. That was challenging. This album is just like a brilliant pop, soul, funk, disco, rock. It's just like a proper brilliant album that you could put on. There's not even that many swears in it.
What?
Yeah, I know!
Feeling okay?
I know! She told me she's being adult. It's brilliant, and we're getting her on at some point to come and talk about that, and I'll play some songs from that next week. It's absolutely brilliant. It's funny. Ollie says, I can't stop chuckling at Leroy. Surely she could have tried harder than that. Leroy, he says. I mean, it's ridiculous. 03, we got loads of calls. Someone sent me a rude urinal. Let's go. All right, we got loads of calls. Let's go to, we got Maria, we got Nick, we got Julie. Yeah. Let's go to Maria. Hello, Maria.
Hello there. How are you?
Very well.
It's been ages. I've spoken with you once more.
Yes?
Yes. Just before I had an interpreting job.
Oh, now.
You wouldn't remember. It's been ages. Hello.
No. I do remember. Am I right?
Great memory.
No, let me make sure I've got this right. Were you, and I can't remember if we used this word or not, were you the hoarder?
Excuse me?
Was there not?
I've heard that before. I
don't mean that's being insulting. There was an issue with keeping stuff in your house, wasn't there?
Yeah, maybe people was checking that about me at the time.
Yeah. And you were going for a job as an interpreter. Did you get it?
Yeah, I did work a few times at that job, but it's agency work.
Right.
And,
okay.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
they don't get it right, and then you don't get it right, and then it's up to them, however, to say who got it right. So, oh well.
And also, would I be correct? I'm really struck. Very rarely do I remember calls, but I do remember you. There was an issue with your children being taken away.
Yeah, and that's why I actually called you guys now, because I really want, I would have someone else to call at this moment to tell me something, to stop thinking about people saying to me the absolutely horrible phrase, you will never get your baby back.
May I ask who has been saying that?
In the past even someone that shouldn't, but at the present, even people that are friendly,
right,
or I don't know, even family is not very supportive, I'm freaking out because the time goes by, my appeal is not going through, I'm without a lawyer, and listening to such a phrase from anyone that, could converse with me and I could converse with them. It's horrible, actually.
I'm going to say something that I'm going to say something really definite that I shouldn't say. And I'm going to try and phrase it very carefully.
Yeah,
you will get your kids back in your life at some point. At some point. I'm being very careful, and it's very rarely that I go for the definite statement. But I am saying definitely, if you keep on doing the right stuff, you will get your kids back in your life at some point. I think it's important that you hang on to that, otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, I'm hanging on, but, you know, in psychology...
Where are you calling from? Are you on top of it?
I'm above, the fucking flight zone, yeah, excellent.
Okay. The what?
Beautiful stuff.
It's so noisy!
Yeah, man, yeah.
Maria. You will get your kids back in your life at some point. I'm telling you that. To try and counter all the negative voices that you've had recently.
Well, I wish some point was...
Yeah?
Anyway, it's better than never.
It's better than never. And I'm not going to lie and say, hey, you're going to get them back on Tuesday. Because you're not. You're not going to get them back on Tuesday. You will get them back in your life at some point, and you need to hold on to that. And you need to work towards that. And you need to do everything you can to make that happen.
Yeah, as I have been doing. But you know what really, really stresses me out? You know, in psychology, between 0 and 3 years old, the character of the baby, the future adult, is built on all levels.
Yeah.
You know, it's very important.
Very, very important, but then so is, hey, Maria, so is 4, so is 5, so is 9, so is 12, so is 16, so is 27, so is 33. All of it is important. This is what I'm learning as a dad now of 7 and 9. Every age is important. And whenever you get them back in your life, that will be important. I think our studio just collapsed then. Was that Martin Kellner throwing stuff in rage on the floor? Outrageous. Maria, we have to go because we're getting to the end of the show.
I call that the end of the show.
We are getting to the end of the show. Maria, I'll say it again. You will have your children back in your life at some point.
Child.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you too.
Thank you very much indeed. That was the right thing to say, wasn't it? I think that was the right thing to say, because otherwise what's the point? What's the point? You need to, when you're getting confronted with all that negativity, you have something to aim for. Otherwise, what's the point? Poor woman. What are you doing?
Just dropped my laptop on my foot.
Oh dear.
Is it okay? The laptop I'm talking about.
Yes, the laptop's the thing I'm worrying about.
Martin Kellner will be here at 1. Martin.
Yes.
We have an issue.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What, you mean you and me?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
We got beef, and I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Yeah.
Catherine and I used to have a very regular caller to our show. Julie. Remember Julie? She'd come to our live shows. She would...
Can you not? Because it's still quite
I have to do this, Catherine. I'm going to do it on there. She would come to our live shows. She would phone us up.
She was ours.
And then she stopped calling us. She disappeared. And then I heard you reading out texts and tweets from her. I've invited Julie on to the line here. Julie?
You're so awful.
No, I'm not awful. You're the awful one. You're seeing 2 radio presenters at once.
I think what we need to do is get you in one corner and you in the other, and you both call her as soon as she comes to.
Here, Julie. Julie, what's going on?
I've got a sausage here.
Old school BBC. Old school BBC. Would you stop ringing that bloody cowbell? Can we take that off him, please? Julie, you're through to Iain, Lee and Martin Kellner.
Yeah. Hi, Julie.
It's my dream team.
Which one do you want to speak to first?
Don't make me choose.
We're making you choose. Who's it going to be?
It'll be you, Iain, of course.
Oh.
It sounded feeble.
Yeah.
Sounded feeble.
She didn't mean that.
I tell you what, Martin, why don't you tell Julie all the fun stuff and maybe some of the heavy stuff you've got coming up on your show tonight?
Oh, well, a fantastic show tonight, Jules.
Jules! Can you believe it?
She wasn't Jules for us, was she?
Jules, it's always Julie!
Yeah.
No, it's not just Jules, it's Jules with a double O and a Z at the end.
Oh,
God, so there you go.
Things have changed. Outrageous. Go on, 5840, go on.
Okay, we're celebrating 25 years of Mean Girls.
Oh, yes.
Yes, with a professor from Florida. We're also celebrating...
Professor from Florida.
On Wednesdays we wear pink.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You know more about it than me, don't you? But it's an iconic.
Don't worry, Jules will help you out with it. You've got 20 seconds, Martin, please.
50th anniversary of Abbey Road. We've got our Beatles expert on, Jude Sutherland Kessler. Also, we're talking about the Great Train Robbery. There's an exhibition at I didn't even know there was a postal museum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know? It's fascinating, actually.
Jules, say goodbye to Martin.
Bye, Jules.
Bye, Martin.
Speak
Bye.
later.
Talk Radio. This is Talk Radio.